Well, welcome on into yet another Mass Effect 2 stream. I know these aren't regular, it's not anything I can control. I do have other assignments for the channel. I do a lot of the editing. To be clear, Com and Banana do their own editing and recording and all that good stuff for their Let's Plays. But for the podcasts and the distribution of those, I handle that, and the recording, the editing, the sending it to the various different audio formats that we have. That would be, I always forget, Apple podcast stuff, the Amazon Music, and Spotify. I think that's all of them. There may be another one I'm missing, but yeah. Oh yeah, and YouTube. YouTube has its own podcast site. It's not very good, if I'm being honest. But there's that one. My seat is just not comfortable. There we go. Okay. But anyway, we're going to be continuing our Mass Effect 2 journey. And we're going to, I think, pick up off of Ilium. There's a lot of things we can do just in that immediate area. So we want to make sure we get that done. Let's get into the main scene here. I think I'm going to use this one. Yeah. Wait a minute, I want to look this way. So I need to flip my camera. Oh my goodness. You know what? It might be better if I just move my camera, because that way you guys can read the words and stuff that are over there. Yeah. Yeah, there's some scenes that I have the camera flipped and others I don't. So I don't ever remember which ones are which. So anyway. So we're going to play some Mass Effect. I'm going to see how far we can get, because my ultimate goal is to get to Mass Effect 3, which is my favorite game, and it's not even close. I've said it before, my tier list is Mass Effect 3, 1, and then 2. But I don't hate 2. To me, it's just, after playing it over and over and over, I do wish it was a little bit more compressed. And I do wish there was more development for some characters, like I almost said Thane. I meant Zaid. Like, if there was more development for Zaid and less for people like Jacob, I think there was room to do that. And since you meet these characters that we're about to meet, everything happens so fast that it's kind of a pacing problem. Like, when you first play it, it's like, oh, this is interesting again. Like when you first play it, because you're kind of like, okay, we're doing the Mass Effect thing. We're doing this, we're doing that. Okay, we find these characters and it's a really interesting story. The graphics are great compared to 1. But then you get to the other half and it starts becoming a grind, right? But then after Horizon, you had a kind of a like, oh, we got to do this all over again. But it goes really fast because a lot of your loyalty quests pick up in that section too. So really the second half is more or less loyalty quests. And so that way you can do the Reaper IFF, which is when you meet Legion. And that's the biggest problem, is that when you, in the old version of Mass Effect before Legendary, you typically did everything, all the side quests, everything. And if you knew that doing all that, well, if you knew that you couldn't go back, because if you did the Reaper IFF, there was point of no return, basically. So if you did all that and then you did the Legion quest, well, there's nothing left to do after that. And so you don't really get to banter with him outside of his loyalty quest. He actually has more to say. Well, Legendary fixed that. So I crap on Legendary quite a bit for some of the things, like sometimes it gets buggy. It will crash on me from time to time, but they did a good job in that. They recognize that Legion actually has a lot to say, and you can talk to him afterwards, and you don't need to have 2 or 3 other missions to kind of get that fleshed out. So anyway, here we go. Let's look at our journal. Who do we got? Tachanka. Oh yeah, we have the scout. I thought we did that. Hold on. Yeah, I thought we did that. I'm probably not gonna, oh yeah, probably not gonna do the MSV stuff. Arrival. We're gonna do that last, before we do probably the Reaper IFF. it's kind of intended that way. Arrival is an amazing DLC because it acts like Mass Effect 3. There's a lot of things you do that in Mass Effect 3. So it was like, man, I really wish they had incorporated some of those in 2. Talk to Tally. Go to the Citadel. Find Samara. Find Thane Krios. Shadow Broker. Speak to Lentia. That's something we could do. This is all on Ilium. Stop the collectors. And we can do Kasumi. We can probably do Kasumi here pretty soon. So probably I'm going to go, I guess, back to Tuchanka to turn in the scout. I thought I had done that, to be honest, but maybe I didn't.
Commander, you might want to speak with Tally. She seems very worried about something.
Okay, I'm going to speak to Tally as soon as I'm done talking to the scout chief. Hold on, Tally. I'm coming. I gotta do this first. Do that. Do that. Typical one I take to Tuchanka. Oh. Do I want Cryoblast at full? I do like the cryo. The neuro is really good against the husks. So maybe we'll do that. Okay. I'm going to skip it this time. We don't need to see the whole thing again. All right. Let's get into it. But yeah, it feels good to be back into Mass Effect. I've been playing a lot of Wukong. Big surprise here, I'm going to be doing a boss run video. So it's going to be more of like a cinematic presentation. So you won't be seeing me like go like I'm doing here with Shepard, going from place to place, doing this and that. It's basically going to be location boss, location boss, location boss. Because the bosses essentially tell the story of Wukong. So why don't I just present the story like that, you know?
Ignore them, girl. They're not worth the effort.
They're not worth it.
This Baron could track you anywhere on the planet.
Okay.
My scout made it back. We've got him at the tent. Doesn't remember much beyond getting tortured, but he remembers you. Said you yelled at him until he got his hump out of that basin back here. You've got a quad, human. Thanks for saving my scout. Saves me having to train another one.
All right.
Talk to you later.
See, I thought we had done that.
Eyes straight ahead.
I want to make sure we're not leaving anything at this console since we're here. And we'll see. Let's pet the Baron. Oh, let's feed him.
Here, try this.
Now he's going to follow us around.
Looks like Urs finally found someone to follow around.
Yeah, I should have done that sooner. Oops.
Welcome, Erdnut.
The human is my battle master.
Of course. There's not much here for humans, but you can take a look if you want.
I should go.
I forgot that dialogue changed a little bit once you finish the rite. Death Mask, Defense Layer. Yeah, I do want that. I don't know why I didn't get that before. Shield Harness? Absolutely. Death Mask, not so much. It increases negotiations, which, okay. Why is it called Death Mask? I guess maybe if you're playing Renegade Run. Yeah, it's a negotiation mask. Do what I say or else. All right.
Someday we'll get off this rock. Show those Turians who's boss.
Over, Captain. Oh, I don't think he says anything since the right.
Go to the clan leader.
Nope.
Erdnut Grunt. You can go where you want.
You can go where you want. All right, let's go talk to Tally. And I'll probably do her quest after I do it. I almost feel like I want to do Miranda because you don't need much Paragon or Renegade to finish that one appropriately.
Commander, you might want to speak with Tally.
Yeah,
She seems
Tally.
very worried about something.
I'm coming. Because if you can do the Tally, I don't know if you have to do her loyalty first, but that's where she starts drinking. I don't remember.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I may need your help. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
So this quest is, I think, misinterpreted in some ways a lot because all we know is that they've accused her of treason. We know that's not true. But to be clear, her dad was doing some crazy stuff. And Tally didn't know. So she was completely out of the loop with the things that were happening. But because those things came to light and it has caused some problems, the Admiralty Board now is questioning Tally's allegiance. Rightfully so. And that's the part that I think gets missed. They rightfully doing what they think is appropriate because she could still be doing things that behind their backs that they're going to have to fix. So I totally understand where they're coming from, but they're also doing a political chess move with each other, and that's the part that gets focused on in this quest line. And so that's why it's real easy to say, no, all this is ridiculous. You just need to like absolve Tally of everything, blah blah blah. Tally did nothing wrong, to be clear, but she was doing things that were probably not in the best interest of the Quarians. Not that if at the end of the day they were able to get a scientific progress from it, great. But it was high risk, high reward. So I don't think that that was worth taking to the fleet, if that makes sense. So I think that needs to be remembered. And that's why at the end of the day, you can call out her dad. And I wouldn't blame anybody who felt that they would have the right to do that. I don't, because it's Tally. But if it was Samara or Miranda, I mean, sure, yeah, let's call out the dad. They were doing bad stuff. But it's Tally. And really, that's what it kind of comes down to. You almost have to like ignore the situation completely in order to make sure that we just focus on the political stuff. So that's what I'm saying, is that sometimes this quest line gets a little confusing because of it gets focused on the political side of stuff. But really, ultimately, the Admiralty Board is actually doing a good job of calling things out. They could have just said, no, we know Tally. She's not doing anything. I think they have the right to ask the questions.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tally.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So, no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Anora Vanya Vassilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
So this is a bit awkward in the terms of like if you haven't played a lot of BioWare games, you might think, man, a whole trial and stuff. This is kind of like that whole Star Wars episode 2 or whatever it was, where everything gets all political and it says, I move for a motion of, what was it? Where they didn't trust him or something. So the old counselor was removed so that Palpatine could step in. And all that's like, oh, come on. This is Star Wars. I don't want to know anything about the political moves and this and that, blah, blah, blah. I get it. So this is right in the middle of all that. But if you know BioWare, this is a classic BioWare move. In KOTOR, one of the hardest things to navigate is KOTOR's such a great game. There's so many great moments in that game that the writing is excellent. But there's a courtroom scene where you can take the side of the Republic. The Sith and the Republic are fighting over this one planet. It's called Manon. It's a water world, and that's where they harvest colto, which is what is used to heal people. And it's a valuable resource, obviously, but it's a neutral site. But each, the Sith and the Republic want to have a controlling. They want to have input rather than just be extorted potentially by the other side. You know, so if the Republic say, hey, look, the Sith are super, super bad, just deal with us and give us good deals, the Sith don't want that. Because even if they're getting just a discount and giving the Sith a fair market price, the Republic's still getting a discount. I mean, I don't have to explain all this, but that's what's going on Manon. And in that scene, there is a Republic soldier who is accused of killing a Sith officer. But he was a Republic retired soldier. And you have to talk to the Selkath, who are the native species there, and talk to each one. Each one is kind of like on the one side of the Republic, one is pure neutral, one is more on the side of the Sith, and I think there's 5 of them. And so you have to like get an overwhelming bit of evidence to sway one side or the other. And what's interesting is that there's enough evidence to do it either way. If you kind of feel like it should be Sith side advantage, you can do that. If you want to do more of a Republic side, you can do that. However, in classic BioWare writing, if you choose a Sith side, I mean, you may be really ultimately kind of killing a somewhat innocent man. He's not innocent. So I won't give all the spoilers to this scene. But if you choose the Republic, he, like I said, isn't completely innocent. So he gets off scot-free, but he probably should have some punishment. but it's like it's one extreme or the other. You have to choose either more of a light side choice or a dark side choice. And in a vacuum, when the whole world, we all understand not everything is light and dark side, that is making the issue muddied. Because if you don't have enough evidence, then they're just going to make a decision that may not necessarily be equitable anyway. So yeah, it's a great game. I encourage anybody who can play it to play it, and I really hope that they do a remaster. But that is a courtroom scene, and that's exactly like what Tally is going to have. And I believe, I'm trying to remember, from the back of my mind, I do remember some kind of like trial or something going on with Baldur's Gate 2. But off the top of my head, I can't think of it. I do remember in Baldur's Gate 1 where you have all the dukes, you have to kind of like convince them about Sarevok. And that takes some negotiating. So it's not necessarily a courtroom, but... Oh, I remember what it is. In Baldur's Gate 2, you can convince the Selkath, not the Selkath, the fish people, I forget what it is. And they have a prince that's gone rogue, so you have to kind of like negotiate that stuff.
I know this is important to you, Tally, but stopping the collectors has to come first.
Maybe we'll do this first.
I understand. We're probably not coming back from this mission anyway, right? I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location, just in case you change it. In case we have time.
All right, so we're going to go do that. I think we have enough Paragon to just handle it. I'm always a little worried about that, but I think in Legendary, there's so much buffer that they give you. Let me talk to Grunt. He may have said something new since we did his right.
Erd not Grunt. I like it.
I like it.
I have a clan. That makes me... It makes me want to fight, not just able to. And Uvink, I wanted to disembowel him, to tear out his spine like a trophy.
Can you focus that on our real enemy, or do I have to lock you up for the ship's safety?
I get it now. It's part of what I am. It was just delayed because of being tank bred. Now that I know it's not an outside thing, and I have a place as a Krogan, I like it. Our enemies are in trouble, Shepard, and we better not run out of targets.
There's no danger of that. They're practically lining up.
Everyone gets a turn. Ha! Wouldn't want it any other way.
All right. So now that we have Grunt handled, I think we talk to Morden and then we'll go do Tally's mission. I don't remember if there's any new armor we can. I did just buy some, but I think I've run across some armor too that I have yet to. Yeah, see, I have a whole bunch of helmets now. This is, of course, my favorite one. No, not this one. This one. But it's more for, like, infiltrators because it's a headshot damage, which I'm pretty good. Maybe I'll go this direction. Maybe I'll wear that for a little bit. This one increases health. Shields. What is this? Regeneration. I had this on before. I want this one. We just got that on Tuchanka. This is increases health. Nah, we'll just leave this on. This is weapon damage. N7 gauntlets increases shield health. I'm going to go with health. Legs. This one is health. This one is storm speed, which is Vanguard. This is shield strength. I think I'm going to go with shield strength for this one. Material. So when I'm doing infiltrator, I like this one for sure. Otherwise, I don't have a strong opinion about all these. I like this one because it's more matte. I'll just put that one on. I like that one. All right, let's go. I like it. Ooh, we got our relic. Yeah, that relic is very similar to the one we find on what's the Elitaria? Elitaria, that's on Mass Effect 1. where we run into all the monkeys that took our device, and we have to go find it. And on that same planet, I think I mentioned this the last stream we did. On that same planet, I think BioWare was basically saying, you know, the Protheans have been all over the place. We find a Prothean relic, and in that relic we see early man. Basically, it's describing early man, seeing like basically an alien craft, and I think there's some interaction with an alien. I don't remember, but I think basically it's trying to say that the Protheans were there, and that we come from basically the grooming of Protheans, but potentially we actually come from that monkey being that we find on Elitaria, because we find them on Tuchanka, and you know, the ones that we're shooting at. He says, I was like, well, how did they get here? Like, they just they were found on some planet or this or that, and they hitched a ride, and apparently they made their way here. So it got me thinking, and I said, you know, that is clearly saying they went from one place to another. He very specifically said they are very monkey-like beings. I think you humans call them monkeys. And then we see the Prothean beacon on that same planet, directly referencing humanity's interaction with the Protheans. Look, very early man, like early
No
man.
messages for you, Commander.
So perhaps the Protheans not only helped guide mankind to a greater future, but may have actually developed them on purpose genetically. Maybe they saw something in mankind that could defeat the Reapers of the future. Mind blown. That's some deep lore right there. I always intend on, when I'm not streaming, to go back to these solar systems and finish them, because there's really nothing that, you know, you're gonna learn outside of a battle or two here or there with the blue suns or something. But where are we going? We're going to help Tally. Now you notice here, you see how Tally's system is like on the edge of the Milky Way? Very similarly, these other areas like the Titan, the far rim, this stuff is generally speaking kind of where the Geth hang out. They like to hang out at the very edges, which goes back to one of my other lore ideas, that they're not just here, they're out here, they're way out here, like in the distant corners out here, outside of the Milky Way. And so when the destruction ending happens, it only goes so far. It can only reach so far, just because. Like, it obviously doesn't go all the way to Andromeda. If it did, then I'm sure Andromeda would have mentioned it somehow, some way. Because it used the mass relays to project that decision. So it can only go so far. And if the Geth are outside the rim, which we know that they have some, in this game it tells us that, then perhaps they survive the destruction ending. I always get stuck here. Do I give her better combat drone or better AI hacking? If I were to go on from here to do the the DLC, where we're in the Hammerhead going all over the place. That the AI hacking would be good, but it's just the combat drone is so good. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, we're good. Okay, I have the Avenger assault rifle, my favorite. Heavy pistol. Grunt has. Let's give him a different rifle this time. Let's give him the Matic. I think that'll be, because he's basically going to be using the Claymore anyway. Tally. No. Let's change her to the Phalanx. Yeah. There we go. That's much better. Okay. I feel good. I'm pretty sure we have enough Paragon. This is definitely one of those runs that if we don't have enough Paragon, I'm gonna have to do it again.
Requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Tali'Zorah.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
All right. I do love this mission, though. Maybe we need to do a ranking of our favorite missions in Mass Effect. That might be something.
Captain Shepard, Tali'Zorah told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
I've never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aborted. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Keep us alive. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
Tali helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Tali'Zorah under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Okay. So there's a lot of dialogue that happens, so we're going to try to push through it.
You should speak with Admiral Rand. She's waiting for you up ahead.
I can't believe they're charging Tali'Zorah with such a thing.
Yeah, all these little whispers and murmuring.
Can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her. She's as good as convicted.
Ooh. Can't even get a Quarian captain to stand up for her. Shala.
Tali'Zorah vas Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepard vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nema.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali Zora Vasnima. Whatever we must call you legally.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side.
Indeed she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
There you go.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you. This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Kila Salai.
Kila Salai.
The accused Tali Zora Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Tali Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Yeah, and I always wondered, like, was that a mistake by the guy who stripped her? Because that's how we find out. She was stripped of her title being aboard the Nema by his decision. And I always kind of wondered, was that a mistake by him? But I think he probably didn't anticipate Tali being with the Normandy, like, at all. And if you're part of the Normandy, probably also didn't expect someone to speak on her behalf. I think he was trying to isolate her. And I don't think he was trying to do anything bad per se, but I think he just wanted the truth to come out of Tali and only Tali.
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali Zora Vasnima, a proud member of the migrant fleet. I regret that her captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Zalcoris, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please.
See?
Shepard's willingness to represent Tali Zora in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
Right. So the captain of the Nema could have represented her, but he probably would be taking a position that, one, would have been uncomfortable because it's not part of officially titled the Nema anymore. And number two, probably would have, if it turns out that she was doing something wrong, would have implicated the entire ship and him. So...
How could Tali have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
Claudia
But
Black.
I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
Then explain how blah 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 blah.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the migrant fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarian strike teams have attempted to retake the ship, so far without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you bastet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
And I do like how BioWare really put him as like the bad guy. And like, we don't have any doubt. Like, all we know is that he's accusing Tali and he's being rude, and now he doesn't... Got the hiccups, sorry. Now he doesn't want to acknowledge the fact that we have her father, a fellow Quarian and general, who needs assistance. And so they paint him in this really bad light. Guess what? He's actually right. That's the crazy part. That's the twist I was talking about. So in KOTOR, it's very similar. You have a trial where you can say, this is not the right thing to do to this person. But punishment probably is the just thing. But we're not going to do that to Tali, of course. But BioWare has done these court cases so well, and I don't think they're appreciated enough for that. Because a lot of times we like this scene, this moment with Tali, but they've done it before, and they do it really well. Because it's just not like a court case. Period. We're gonna side with Tali, and we're gonna, like, you know, provoke the emotions of everybody and make sure that we win just through illogic. The logical thing would be, this was the evidence we found. It wasn't good, but you gotta let go of Tali because she didn't know anything about it. That would probably be but we're trying to make sure that Tali's father is not remembered in a bad light, because that would make Tali feel bad going forward. And that's ultimately honoring the deceased, which I think is the right call. So,
with your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Okay. Let's go. I'm going to talk to everybody first, though. Poor Tali. Poor Tali.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the Conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
So we get a lot of Paragon with that, just with that one encounter. So I think that puts us way over the top. No, we're at 3/4. I think that's enough. Calriga.
Calriga.
Shepard, Talizora, good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right.
Dark energy.
Troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, I stayed to argue the charges against Talizora. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Garrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy?
Right.
Dark
Remember
energy.
the damn sun on Haystrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. If they can screw up a star, our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Yeah, hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now, but resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
Have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, Cal Rieger. I really appreciate the fact that he shows up here again, as well as Vitor. We meet him almost right away.
Shepard, how did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I...
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
I want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
I had to open up something. Had my knife. This is one of my many knives that I have on this desk. I got this one and a couple others. But everybody grabs this one from me, like my wife and stuff, when packages come in. It's kind of like a honey knife, but it's not quite. I don't know. I love it. I have a lot of knives. Let me just put it that way. And every time I go on any kind of trip or whatever, I'm always like, I need a new knife. I don't need much of an excuse to get a new one.
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
She's right. She's being a jerk, but she's right. It's funny, like the jerks right now in the Quarian thing, they're right, actually. But I love Claudia Black. I mean, I could have heard nothing there, and I've been like, whatever you say, Admiral Zan, whatever you say. There is not enough media out there with Claudia Black in it. Oh, I adore Claudia Black.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zalcorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Tali Zora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
She's right. That's exactly what the discussion is. Now, she's not saying she has an opinion about that. Now, she clearly has an opinion, but she's not. This is so well written, and Claudia Black delivers it so well. Because there's the issue, and then there's her opinion, and her opinion may be in that mix, but she doesn't believe it's this or that. She's more somewhere like, we do need to study them and understand them. That's her perspective. But to either destroy them or something else is just not, like it says, to determine Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim the glory. So fight them or flee from them. That's kind of what they're going. And she's like, we don't have to do either, you know? But of course, when you've been fighting a war for, 100 years and no resolution in sight, you start thinking, we can't do this to infinity, so...
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali Zora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
See, that's where she kind of crosses the line, because she still doesn't see them as sentient. And we know better, and I think maybe if she knew everything, she wouldn't feel that way. But sometimes you can show all the evidence in the world to somebody, but if they have a strong opinion about it, that's not going to change their mind. All the evidence in the world means nothing. So she may be one of those. But I don't get that impression from her. The impression I get from her is she's based on facts. And if she's presented with a different series of facts, she's open to this idea, or at least the suggestion, that the direction she's taking is wrong.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
But I do like how they present a somewhat neutral side, a very pro, basically, we need to keep our forces from fighting the Geth for further, and the other one's like, no, we need to keep fighting for the homeworld. She's that in between. So that's really where the discussion is, and that's why I said this particular meeting is a little confusing for some people, because it's just not the way.
I didn't expect.
We're just trying to get her, absolved, but that's really a by the way type thing of what's going on here.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vasnima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vasquibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. But you have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
And this is what I was talking about, and I won't talk over this for much longer, but this guy, this Admiral Koris, he's kind of like the jerk of all this, right? He's accusing Tali, he's whatever. But I do think he has a point. He has a right to question these things, because this is what they found so far, and they don't know if Tali was working with the intent to do things that she's not permitted to do. We don't think Tali did that. But how does he know? That's why you do this trial, because she was helping a situation that was illegal by their standards. So, yeah, they present him as the jerk, but he's actually kind of right. And you'll see that the guy who's kind of on Tali's side doesn't have probably the best interest of Tali in mind at the end of the day. He presents it like that, and maybe he even believes that, but it's not really in their best interest.
Can you tell me anything about the LRI?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rael Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
And so he's in favor of, let's move on. We can't win this war. And he's right. Because we get to Mass Effect 3, and there's a situation where almost the entire Geth fleet is ready to pounce on the Quarians, and they are overmatched. So let's take that idea and let's say the admirals favor all-out war against the Geth, they will die. He's right. So what he's fighting for is trying to keep the Quarians alive. So again, he may come off as a jerk, but he's actually more right than he's wrong. So,
can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Talizora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
Was that part of this one?
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures. And have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Talizora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
There you go. Okay, so let's go over. Where are we at? Talk to Admiral Garrow, who's more on Tali's side, but you'll realize he wants all-out war with the Geth.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. You got Admiral Corris backing up worse than a Krogan toilet. I'm glad to see Tali's captain knows how to handle a courtroom.
I'm just here to help Tali, Admiral.
I'm glad someone is.
You believe I'm innocent, don't you, Admiral?
I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. A ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali. But if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. Crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. You can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
1 minute. I had to order some groceries. I think they may have shown up. Let me make sure that my daughter can get them. No, they're not here yet. Oh. The dogs are just barking for no reason.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rail's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit wetter he always was.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
Okay. I think we did. I don't think we've done lab ship.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good.
No.
We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. A ship is
we did this one already.
Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali, but if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer,
maybe not.
We'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Like I said, so he presents like he's her father's old friend. He wants to help Tali. His agenda, though, a little skewed. We know that because the facts prove in Mass Effect 3 what would happen to the Quarians if they went that route.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
Are the judges that set on finding her guilty?
Anything involving the Geth is a live wire, Shepard. But there is still hope. Handgirls greatly respects both you and Tali Zora for stopping Saren. Admiral Corris sees the whole thing as a war crime and wants to convict. I have no idea what Admiral Zen wants. You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Real was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I'm not hearing much about Rail's involvement in Tally's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Rail was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the Admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the Admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
So, like I said, they do courtroom stuff very well because they really juxtapose. This is like the Paragon or light side decision, but it has dark side or renegade effects. Here's your renegade / dark side decision, but it has actually some light side consequences, and it's so complicated, but they do a really good job of giving us a story that has layers to it. I think that's why this is so long. You can choose not to talk to them, of course, but this gives you a little bit more lore reference of where everybody's coming from, and it checks the temperature of the Quarian as a species. And again, I appreciate the fact that the guy who's rude is actually probably thinking about the bigger picture for the Quarians. He's not trying to make Tali a martyr, but what if she did do something that she wasn't supposed to? He's doing the right thing by questioning these things. But we're going to exonerate Tali and move on. Because that's just what we do.
Shepard spoke well to the Admirals.
Even during the
I really like being here on a Quarian ship because it's a mishmash of common things that we see, but it makes sense because that's what they do, is that they take a lot of old parts and refurbish them. So I don't even know if this is really even Quarian language. I've thought about this before. It says, because you do run across, I think, some script in Mass Effect 3 when you do the Legion thing. It tells you about the true history of the Geth. But I could be wrong. It could be Quarian.
Talizora Vasnima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
In the Kasumi mission, there's an artifact or two, and I believe one of them is an ancient Quarian. I'm going to have to look at it again. I wonder if that script doesn't repeat here.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kila Selai.
Kila Selai. Is she with you right now? Who? Tali? She has to be. How you doing, Perry? Is that who you're asking about? Tali? Yeah, of course she's with us. you can't do this mission without her. She kind of starts the mission for you. You know, she tells you, oh, let's make sure Grunt has his fire on. I'll be honest with you, this is actually fairly difficult because the game glitches a little bit. Not in that it breaks or anything, but there's various stairwells where you're trying to attack an enemy and they come up as almost like you're not hitting them at all. So, oh, Kasumi, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, she's not with me right now, but she is in our crew. I just haven't done her mission yet. I save her for a little bit later when we have some levels because it's just you and her on that mission. And the enemies are not easy. So...
Gear up!
Yeah, I misunderstood you, Perry. Welcome on in. Oh man, I love my assault rifle.
Target acquired.
Got the target.
Okay, time to do a drone. Come on. I need to use my AI controller more. Okay. All right. Let's get back to our... No. Let's use our AR. I don't know why I switched weapons. Okay, so we're full up on health packs. Welcome on in, Perry. You have Grunt. Got it. Yeah, I have everybody except for Samara and Thane.
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Rail Zora ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
Oh, what heavy weapon do I have? I didn't even look. Oh, arc projector. Okay, that works here. That works pretty good here. Time to put on my hacking suit. How have you been, Perry? I haven't heard much from you. You kind of went off the grid there for a while. I was a little worried about you. So, Legion, I have to ask, is this the account you stream on? I do both. I do my own, but I also stream Mass Effect right now on this channel.
Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
I came home from work a little early today. Almost the entire fam is gone. My son has this architectural presentation at the college, and so it's this whole like invite only type thing. And so my wife's there, and my in-laws are over there. So I have my mom and my daughter are here. My mom needs care 24/7, so I couldn't really be at work successfully today and worry about things here. So I came home, I went to work, I did what I had to do, and I came back. So I thought, well, while I'm kind of like got an eye on everything, I'll stream some Mass Effect. But no, I stream Mass Effect here on this channel. I do a ton of editing, a ton of recording, and I'm actually doing a Wukong boss cinematic run that I'm going to put together for this channel as well. And that'll be a little bit later, though. I'm still recording everything. And on my own channel, of course, on the YouTube channel is mainly lore Baldur's Gate stuff. I'm still working on the Jaheira video. And on my Twitch channel, it's variety. That's the best way I can describe it.
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home, and Father would send a small ship.
Yeah, but thanks for asking. No, I don't really stream live on the other channel too frequently on my own, on YouTube, I should say. Twitch is a little bit easier for me to just get in, get out. I don't have to worry about it. Plus, they get rid of your VODs after 2 weeks anyway, so it's like the Twitch doesn't care. But YouTube is all about the VODs, not just the live stream itself. So I try to, like, when I go live there, I want to make sure that it's for something significant. I still haven't touched God of War since I last streamed, so I almost have to relearn how to play the game.
Haestrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
Got it. You don't catch me very often. You know, that's why if you're on my Discord, I always post it there, regardless of, you know, on this channel or the other one. My Discord will always tell you.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order, something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves, signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
Friday episode of the podcast. Of course, every Friday we release one, but this one's going to be about enemies, kind of like epic enemies, you know, our favorite enemies. It's not a tier list or anything. Those are very difficult to make. But yeah, we'll be discussing like some of our favorite enemies. Not so much boss encounters. That's not quite the same thing, but a lot of times they're related. Yep. It really sucks, and sorry about that. Well, no, I mean, no, it's just, it is what it is. But I'm explaining why I'm actually even on now, so it's not like something I scheduled in advance. I just kind of put it together.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
I will let everybody know that if you're interested in watching more Mass Effect, depending on how far we get today, I may go ahead and stream Saturday too. A much longer stream Saturday. And, well, that's the goal. And the idea for me is that I want to finish Mass Effect 2 because Mass Effect 3 is my favorite of the three. Let's put in our hacking suit. Oh crap, it's up there. I missed it. There it is. No. There. Got too eager. When you don't see money on there, that means you're going to get an item. Yeah, I guess shield strength. Okay. So that'll be for when we get Legion. Got it. As you know, on Twitch mostly. Okay.
How many get their network?
All of them. Rail Zora.
Shut it down. Shut everything down. They're in the system.
I mainly go to Twitch for a person or two I know, but mainly, for me at least.
Hostiles. Stop firing at me, idiots! Take it!
Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't see him. Okay, so it's just the one. I forgot if it was one or another one that showed up. Yeah, I go to Twitch mainly just for a couple people that I know, or if there's a game that's kind of obscure, but someone may be streaming. I like to kind of check those out so that way I don't have to beta test it or something myself, you know, if there's like an early access, a demo. Yeah, so each recording tells us about kind of, you know, some information of what was going on at this facility. We know it was the lab, and so she was caught in the crosshairs. This one right here is kind of tricky. This one and another area right behind it. Okay, guys. Oh, jeez.
Just a second. They're all yours.
Taking heavy fire!
They're all mine.
Tally, I would appreciate if you did something right now.
One more.
Yep, careful. There we go. I did a combat drone instead of overload. Oh well, it worked out. It worked out. It worked out. Yeah, this area right here can be a little buggy, and the area just beyond, the area that has the stairs, can be a little tricky. Okay. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let's do this first. Yeah, if you see money, like credits there where it says 3,000 on the hacking thing, that means that's what you'll get. But if it's blank, that means you're going to get an item, and I always tend to forget which one give me items.
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Do you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
This is what I was saying. So Tally is now discovering that the evidence that was suspected might be true. She had no part in doing that. But actually her father had crossed the line.
You'll reclaim your homeworld someday, Tally. If your father can't help you, I will.
Taking back our planet would only be the beginning. We'd have to cannibalize our fleet to rebuild cities and infrastructure. It would take generations of gene therapy to readapt our immune system so we could live without suits again. We'd be adapting our entire culture. Again. Sometimes I wonder if it's actually worth it.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
Sorry, the dogs were going crazy because the groceries just arrived. So who are you romancing this game? Bad Tally. Dad bad. But see, that's what I'm saying. So the courtroom is basically presenting like the guys who are rude to you actually are kind of in the right. And the ones that are nice to you don't have their own agenda, and they're putting that over the facts. And yeah, it's kind of a blind decision to, like I said, so you're kind of led to think, oh, that guy's just a jerk. He's bad. He should be shamed, and Tally good. But actually, Tally's dad was doing some bad things. So, sorry, I'm just going to mute myself and just play the game.
Target acquired.
On the ground now!
One down.
One more! Too late! Now you're dead!
Got the target.
Got the target.
One down.
First entry. Our hacking attempts failed. The Geth have an adaptive consciousness. Hack one process and the others autocorrect. Still, we're making progress. Rail Zora is convinced we'll have a viable system in less than a year. This weapon will put our people back on the homeworld, and it's all because of Rail Zora.
Sorry, they were barking way too much. Sorry about that. Yeah. The arc. Yeah, I do have the arc heavy weapon. 1 second. Let me get back to my... Sorry. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, they're still going. So I'm going to mute myself because we really do need to hear this interaction with Tally.
Father! No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave.
Hey, come here.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
You got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tally,
If you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. The main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Han-Gerl and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, you can't romance Tali as femship, though. So. And none of these are really bad answers. He did what he could. How should we handle the body? Not the greatest answer, but the Geth cut him off. Well, that's reminding her that, you know, he was powerless at the moment. So this is probably our best answer. But yeah, Tali's dad wasn't a bad person, but he was not doing things that were ethical or legal in the Quarian's eyes. So now we're confronted with the truth. And that's the thing that we can take back to the court. And you can attest to this, Perry. I was talking about KOTOR and how court cases that BioWare has done in their stories sound boring, right? But they've always used it to juxtapose two sides of things. Like, here's a Paragon or light side with Sith consequences or Renegade consequences. Or you can choose Renegade or Sith decisions, but they kind of are more on the light side because of it's justice, it's true justice. So they're really good at if you understand the story well enough, which that's why I've said this particular companion quest, it's confusing. You have to really take in knowledge of the Quarians, knowledge of where they're coming from, and who each person's representing and what their goals are. All that's necessary to really soak in what they're trying to tell you.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
Yeah, you agree? Yeah, I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, they really take those opportunities to take a really boring subject and have converted it to something really interesting. Again, if you've never played KOTOR, if you can play KOTOR, play it. If you can. It's very difficult in modern systems, but it's worth the attempt. Also, Perry, you had asked me a question, and I didn't mean to ignore you. I just didn't know how to address it. But you had asked me about doing emulation stuff. Banana is the one to ask about that. He's more familiar with that stuff than I am. I know little to nothing about emulation. I played those games back in the day. I have no interest in really revisit them. Maybe things like Metroid, the NES, the classic NES ice hockey. But I don't have really any intention of revisiting those things. So I don't really do emulations. But Banana, I told Banana about your question, and he said, yeah, he might be able to help you. So if you ever want to message him, or we have a Discord, check out our Discord. Let me link you the Discord real quick. Sorry. Don't mean to pause this, but let me give you guys the Discord link. I don't even know where to do that from. I'm not the Discord expert. Banana is. Invite people. There we go. Copy this. This is our Discord link. Feel free to join. And you'll see, I try to post when we have episodes sometimes, but I definitely post when I go live there too. But you can always put a question out there to Banana or Com or myself about anything, or we have a little discussion there if any subjects you want to see discussed for the podcast. Yeah. I'm going to save. I think we're almost, because that got us quite a few Paragon points. Let me see. Yeah, I think we have 3/4 should be enough to get through the trial. I love this as a infiltrator because...
Hostile spotted.
Come on, what the heck is going on?
Combat drones!
Shields have failed.
Oh, Tally's down.
Behind you. Drone! Nothing can hurt me.
Nope, 2 down.
Little pieces of crap!
With you, Shepard.
Come back over here.
Yeah.
Right.
Too late.
Tally, do your drone.
Now you're dead.
Throw it away.
Do Chichika. Man, he's got a lot of health. All right. We got it. All good. I think that's it. Forgot some credits. And the flotilla model. Yeah. Got it?
This console
No
is
problem.
linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble a new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
You like the models in this game? Yeah. I have a scarf. It's been discontinued in the BioWare store. If you ever need any discounts for the BioWare store, I am an ambassador for that. So I always have a code for that, but it doesn't usually work for pre-orders, but almost anything else. And it's like 20% off any purchase. But I always have codes for that. So if anybody ever needs one, go to the Discord, ask me for it, and I can provide you with one. Make sure you tag me. And I have a scarf that has all the ships schematics on it. So it looks like just a normal blue and white scarf, kind of like the almost like the Andromeda blue, but it's all Mass Effect ships on the scarf, kind of like the schematics of them.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything
Nice.
here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
We're not gonna decide anything here. Let's see what the admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
I didn't say much. I was just replying to you. Yeah, it was.
We need to face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
It sounds like the hearing is already underway.
We must trust Shepard's offer of assistance.
Yeah.
It's only been a few hours.
So
The Quarian Marines lasted less than 5 minutes, Admiral. Call it.
A pity Shepard Vast Normandy is a better speaker than a soldier. I recommend posthumously exiling Tali Zora.
What?
It was agreed that Tali Zora would not be convicted if she were killed in action.
It was suggested, Admiral. I recall no agreement. To that end, I call for an immediate vote.
what I was also saying is that it doesn't matter what you say, whether you're going to use it for the trial or saying he's passed, because you can decide that at the trial anyway. So.
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
Tali Zora Vast Normandy saved the Alarai. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
I love Grunt just sitting back there on the
Her
steps.
loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali Zora can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need.
I fail to see what relevance...
You're not really interested in Tali, are you? This trial isn't about her. It's about the Geth.
This hearing has nothing to do with the Geth.
You want people to sympathize with them. Hangarel wants to go to war. None of you care about Tali. She knows more about the Geth than any other Quarian alive. You should be listening to her, not putting her on trial. Tali Zora saved the Citadel. She saved the Alarai. She showed the galaxy the value of the Quarian people. I can't think of stronger evidence than that.
Are the admirals prepared to render the judgment?
It'd be kind of wild if they all voted okay, banishment, all of them.
Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
If you appreciate me, then listen. The Reapers are coming. I'm going to need your help to stop them. Please don't throw away your lives against the Geth.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. I hope this board carefully considers your advice.
Which he's on board with that decision. He wants the same thing.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora Vast Normandy.
Not necessarily to go to war against the Reapers, but he wants to avoid war with the Geth. So
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Tali, about what your father said, what he did, you deserved better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
I was going to say, I didn't answer you. I think I had romanced Liara, because I have not done a romance with Liara in years. Because on my other channel, I've kind of said why. It's not that I don't trust Asari. It's just they're built in a way to deceive. And again, not that we think Liara is trying to deceive us, it's just genetically, we don't really know what she looks like. We've never given that clue. To humans they look humanoid. To Geth they look like Geth somehow. Turian they look a bit Turian. So by default they have a certain look to whoever is seeing them. And that genetic profile kind of puts it at odds with being able to 100% trust. So I'm like 99.9% trusting of Liara. But every child that an Asari has, it becomes Asari. So they are manipulating the genetic profile of everybody. If it was up to that evolution, everybody would be Asari at some point. Left unchecked.
Come on, Tali Zora, Voss Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
This looks interesting.
Yeah, so for me, even though it's not the canon type romance, and really there is no true canon here, a lot of times we say Liara is the canon romance.
The top of war gives me hope. Maybe we can retake the whole world in my lifetime.
I think Garrus and Tali, they actually end up together if you don't romance them, or they could end up together, and that works for me. There's a lot of things they have in common. There's not just the food, obviously, but there's a lot of things that they share that kind of makes too much sense. For me, it's Ash. Ash is the canon romance for me. If you're male, female,
I can't believe Tali and their captain took back the app.
Congratulations, Tali Zora. I was skeptical about your choice
Thane?
of captains, but
Probably
I see
Thane.
now that I was wrong.
Thank you, Captain. I'm just glad that this is over.
You'll always have a place on the Raya, whenever you decide to come home. Good luck out there.
yeah, I do think Thane is the canon romance. I just wish that in Mass Effect 3, he was always with you until the Cerberus attack. And then after that, he has to be, well, of course, he's deceased. But if he was with you, at least on the Normandy, he may not be able to accompany you on many missions, but maybe he's a specialist in some way, like he knows or he has contacts or something. That way you can still continue the discussion, and that can evolve into a greater understanding of who he is and who he's become. Yeah. Thane isn't looking for absolution. He's just looking to end his life, at least on his terms. And, his job as a mercenary isn't different than what we're doing in Mass Effect 2. We are mercenaries. So to call him out saying he's, we're doing the right thing now, it's in our eyes, so whatever. Well, that's exactly who we are. That's what we're doing. We're not part of the Alliance.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Let's see. Back from female camp. This is the scout. This is funny. Dear human, the clan leader told me how to get in touch with you. I don't remember much of what happened, but the chief scout said you pulled my quad out of the fire when I caught and poisoned over at the Warlock camp. Thanks. Next time I have a chance to kill a human, I won't. Unless I go into blood rage or something. I gotta go to the female camp after I recovered, and it was pretty good. That's why I like reading this one. This one's pretty funny. I was actually thinking of joining the blood pack before this happened. I think I'm going to stay here instead. Or not dark, scout second class. I went to the female camp and I had a good time. Oh boy. Okay. We definitely need this. Long time coming. Tech cooldowns. Oof. Finally. We're finally getting a build that can work. We've been struggling up to this point. Krogan Vitality. Get some Vitalities. Geth Shield. Upgrade quad members with Geth Shield technology. Nice. Ammo? Absolutely. I think that's what they gave us as a reward from the Quarians. Yeah. Okay. He's better than Jacob for sure. Oh, 10 times. Like, Jacob, like I said, I've said this before. I think if we had killed him, or at least given the option that Miranda just kills him, we're almost better off. And I hate saying that bluntly, but where Jacob's story goes and what he ends up doing, and the fact that he has such an issue with some of our team members that have our backs no matter what, he calls them out on some things, and he himself is doing the same thing. He's like, and then what does he do in Mass Effect 3? He's still working for Cerberus. You know? So, I don't know if Jacob really needs to be in this story. I'm not unhappy that he's there, but I don't know how necessary he was, and that could have been time spent with developing other characters like Thane.
Still hard to believe Malin betrayed me, betrayed my work, disgusted by his actions. Proud of his nerve, though. Almost thought he lacked backbone. Hope he finds something new, better goal, better purpose, fewer torture tests.
You're really at peace with what happened?
Yes, of course. Can't change what happened. Life continues. Back to mission, back to work. Become like Malin otherwise. Solarian emotional processing faster than other species. Has to be. Short-lived culture can't spend time reminiscing.
So you really don't feel bad at all about what happened on Tachanka?
Yes, correct. Now at least. Greatly distressed at the time. Stages of grief, loss, anger, rationalization. Dealt with it. Most issues settled on Tachanka, some on shuttle back to Normandy.
Malin didn't seem like he processed his emotional response. He was obsessed with the genophage.
True, didn't mean to imply that Solarians were healthier emotionally, can still make wrong choices, bad decisions from grief, anger, guilt. Malin couldn't accept feelings. Made decision, executed. Probably before I left for Omega. Wish I'd seen it. Solarians still feel, just resolve it quickly. Explains lack of marriage, can't sustain courtship emotions. Or perhaps based on reproduction. Unsure.
What about Malin's data on the genophage? His attempts at a cure?
What about it? Have it over there somewhere. Not dealing with it now. Need to focus on collectors. Not important now, regardless. Appreciate you helping me back on Tachanka. Should get back to work. Wasted enough time already. Lots to do. Talk later?
Okay. All right, so we want to talk to Tali again. We don't have to talk to her right away, but I think it's a good idea. And then what I'm going to do, instead of doing Miranda right away, we're going to go ahead and get Thane and Samara. Thane would be more interesting as far as like action stuff right away.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty Board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
Yeah, we'll probably do Thane, and then Samara, and then do Miranda's loyalty quest. And then that should be enough time for us to maybe by that point do Kasumi, and then we can do the loyalty quest for Samara and Thane, because they'll trigger and more naturally that way. And then we go to the Reaper IFF.
Are Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant. We're a very social people.
You gotta go take a nap, so you gotta catch the rest stream. Yeah, absolutely, Perry. Thanks for coming in.
Part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve. But my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of Geth. I should get back to work. But thanks for checking on me.
There you go. 2 more
The
Paragon.
new armor reinforcements really threw off the gravimetric profiles. But engines are good to go. I rebalanced the Gilborn coefficients and adjusted the anterior intakes on the second-tier stabilizers.
I love it when you talk dirty.
These two, Donnelly and Daniels, man, they're really good. I do enjoy them being around. If they were just like Cerberus shields, then thanks for the stream. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, like I said, take care of yourself, Perry.
I needed to wipe that place off the map. You took me there to do it, and I owe you. You don't know what it's like, Shepard, to have garbage like that following you. It marks you in ways you don't expect.
I've made a lot of hard choices, Jack. Like what to let go.
Hard to walk away from it. You'd think it would get easier now that the place is a crater. But what else do I know?
I never thought I'd see you show mercy, but you let Aresh live.
He was trapped in the past, reliving it every day. You showed how that could be me. I'm not getting stuck like that. I'm better than him, and I'm sure as hell not carrying that crater around with me.
Do you think you're different now?
I know that place is gone. But I still kind of want to kill every person I see. No offense.
I'll take what I can get with you, Jack.
You did a lot, Shepard. Shit. I'm not good at this soft stuff. Just... thanks, okay? Let's get back to work.
This is so funny. It's and not to derail this subject and what we're trying to accomplish and just getting through Mass Effect 2. But man, if Jack was created in today's game world, they would say, oh, this is just, you know, a developer trying to appeal to a certain audience.
For you, Commander.
You know, sometimes characters exist independent of our promotion of an agenda. I think Jack is living proof of that type of issue. Yeah, see, here's all this like stuff here in the galaxy that I need to go do, but I'm probably going to do something like that off stream. But that's really a great way to get your character leveled, and so you can just power through the story. So I'm pretty sure I won't get done with everything, but the stuff I do off stream will just be like doing the rest of the system exploration. There may be a place we can land that has a mission or two on it, but it's not going to be anything that really is going to be vital to the story that we understand. So yeah, Overlord, I really kind of want to do that one. I just hate doing the Hammerhead missions. I absolutely hate it. Recapture Freighter. I do wonder if I've done everything off stream with the Hammerhead to do that one. I don't remember, so I'm not going to bother with it. Oh, and we could also do the Garrus mission. I forgot about that one too. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's go ahead and at least recruit the rest of our guys, so that way we can kind of like build the story a bit, so that way they have time to give us their loyalty quests. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on Ilium, man. And we should be able to run across our good friend. I think we may have already done it. I'm thinking about it. The one from the Mass Effect 1. Oh, geez, what's her name? Like, it's on the tip of my tongue. Aujala. No, not Aujolani. Anyway, she's the one who was the agent in charge of investigating the Salarian who was in charge of Novaria. Okay, so we're gonna do Thane. let's bring Tally. Saeed. Need to upgrade some stuff for him. Okay. Very good. Okay. I'm going to give him that disruptor ammo because it works really well in the mechs. Okay. What does he have? Yeah, let's change this to attic. Tally has what we need, and yeah, I think we'll leave it alone. And I need to go refill my drink here pretty soon.
Welcome to Nosastra, Commander Shepard. We've been instructed to waive all docking and administration fees for your visit. My name is Karina. If you need information about the area, it would be my pleasure to assist you.
Who instructed you to waive the fees?
The order came from Liara Tassoni, who paid all fees on your behalf. She also asked that I direct you to speak with her at your convenience. She's near the trading floor.
What can you tell me about Nosastra?
It's an exciting city. We see a lot of new cultures and goods because of our proximity to the terminus systems. At the same time, Ilium is still an Asari world. You should be as safe here as you would be on the Citadel. For your own safety, however, I recommend against signing anything.
What's so dangerous about signing something?
Ilium is a free trade world, Commander. Contract term requirements are more relaxed here than on other planets. It's a small price to pay for keeping our competitive edge in goods from the terminus systems.
You mentioned trading. What gets traded on Ilium?
Anything you can imagine, Commander. Ilium is a wonderful world for those who can afford it. In order to remain competitive as a terminus systems port, we've relaxed many of the standards you'd find on other Asari worlds. Most drugs are legal, provided they are labeled properly. You can buy almost any weapon or technology. You can even buy indentured servants.
I can't believe an Asari world would allow slavery.
We try to avoid calling it slavery. All indentured servants on Ilium have voluntarily agreed to a term of service. Most choose indentured service as a means to pay off debt or avoid imprisonment. A contract holder is responsible for the well-being of her servants, and a servant's duties are agreed upon before the contract is signed.
Let's see, classic Asari, where the Asaris are not doing the actual thing, but it's pretty much the actual thing. Classic Asari. That's why I said, like, for me, I haven't romanced Liara in a very long time because I just, this thing about Asari, I just don't know if I can fully vest into that ideology. But again, I haven't done a Liara romance in years, so I thought, why not? Why don't we just dive in, do something I haven't done in a long time?
Do you have any recommendations about what to do on Nosastra?
Our trading center is directly ahead. You'll find restaurants and shops nearby as well. I suggest you browse our shopping kiosks. You can find things on Nosastra that you can't find anywhere else in the galaxy.
I'm on a mission. Can you help me find someone?
I can help you find major entertainment centers or stores, but I'm afraid I can't point you to individual people. Liara is excellent at that type of work, however. I imagine she can help you.
You said Liara was here? What is she doing?
Liara is one of Nosastra's most respected information brokers. Nosastra is based upon trade. Information is valuable currency, and Liara has done quite well. As I said, you'll find her near the trading floor. She was looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
Again, welcome to our city, Commander. Please enjoy your stay.
Customs records indicated just a car named Samara is visiting this port, Shepard. Your former teammate, Liara Tassoni, may have more information. Her office overlooks the trading floor.
You may wish to speak with her regarding the whereabouts of Thane Krios, the assassin on your dossier, as well.
A Batarian trading group has announced plans to sue the Citadel Council. The Batarians claim that slavery is an inextricable part of their caste system, and that by limiting the slave trade, the Council is violating their cultural rights. The indentured servitude market closed down 3 points, with representatives decrying the unwanted controversy.
$25. Sell at $25.
No. You're not hearing me. I want to buy it up. Buy it all up.
Very few Quarians ever set foot here. Ilium doesn't allow the flotilla to approach beyond a certain distance. This is the greatest planet in the galaxy for those who can afford it, and they work hard to keep the Quarian fleet away.
Excuse me, are you Commander Shepard? You're Commander Shepard? I saw I guess you would say your aura. I'd recognize you anywhere. I was asked to give you a message if I saw you. It's from a friend you made on Novaria.
She says something very interesting here too. She says, I recognize your aura. I could recognize you anywhere. Now that sounds like, just like fluff, But I personally have felt Shepard is not just a human. I think Com and Banana have argued with me a little bit about that, saying, that kind of takes away from the being able to relate to Shepard. But I do think Shepard is a little bit more. And when she says from a third party who is used to seeing the universe from a very different perspective, I recognize your aura anywhere. So Shepard is unique amongst anything else she sees. Again, there's so many little details that I think there's a reason why. It's not that Shepard's deeds are doing that. It's Shepard itself, which, is forced into these situations where the deeds just come naturally because they're exposed to those scenarios. So yeah.
I met a lot of people on Novaria. Could you be more specific?
I believe the message itself should make it clear. Shepard, we hide, we borrow, we build. But we know that you seek those who soured the songs of our mothers. When the time comes, our voice will join with yours, and our crescendo will burn the darkness clean. Thank you, Shepard. The Rachni will sing again because of you.
I'm glad to hear that you're rebuilding. Are you somewhere close by?
The Rachni Queen is not here. That message is one of many memories I carry from her. I encountered her on an uncharted world. She saved my life. More than that, she gave me a purpose. They are an amazing people, Shepard. The galaxy owes you a great debt for giving them a second chance.
How did you find the Rachni?
I was working as a courier. Pirates ambushed my ship, and I was forced down on an uncharted planet. I was badly injured, alone and near death. Then they found me. They saved me.
You obviously got off-world again. Did the Rachni give you a ship?
No. Countless workers repaired my ship. It runs better now than it did before. They remind me of the Keepers on the Citadel in a way. All working together, each with a purpose.
What happened to the pirates who attacked you?
They were obliterated, as they should have been. The Rachni are not aggressive, but they do what they must.
You said the Queen gave you a purpose. What do you mean?
The Queen shared her song with me as I recovered. I saw the Rachni as only an Asari could. They are so beautiful and so vulnerable. They needed someone to purchase things they cannot make themselves. Someone to work within the system. An agent, if you will. I am happy to help. My life as a courier was empty and shallow. Now I'm helping a great race rebuild itself.
You were really comfortable walking away from your old life?
You're concerned that the Queen is controlling me. I understand, but it doesn't work like that. Our minds were in perfect harmony. I saw their beautiful spirit and their need. I knew what I had to do. If some part of that is suggestion, then it was a side effect from their efforts to save my life. I am happy.
Can you tell me where the Rachni are?
I'm afraid not. I don't even have that information myself any longer. After I met the Rachni Queen, that information was removed. It's not painful, but I simply don't remember. I'll remember when I need to. And her caution is understandable. The galaxy isn't yet ready for the return of the Rachni.
I got that she was grateful. What else was her message saying?
That the first Rachni war was a mistake. Some things soured the voices of her people. In Rachni psychology, that would be like mind control, I think. It doesn't really translate. Anyway, she believes you are fighting the ones who did that, and she promises to help.
So it's really important that they use the Rachni, and I have often thought that this was pretty genius for them to... They weren't just a enemy in Mass Effect 1. There's a difference in... Because for me, Mass Effect's overarching idea is the idea of control. You know, who has control? The Reapers want it, and there are various factions that are trying to leverage their control. Even the Asari trying to control the genetic makeup of the galaxy. But the Rachni aren't controlling their other individuals. They simply are unified in thought. It's not quite the same thing. So when you have like the collectors who are unified in thought, it sounds like the same thing, but they're actually being controlled. And when a Harbinger says, taking direct control, that's what he means. So there's a lot of continuity going on with that idea of the difference between control and harmony. And again, that's why the Rachni refer to it as their song. It is a harmony. It's really genius. Like I said, the continuity that's being portrayed here and them using the Rachni to make that point is pretty impressive. Pretty good way of storytelling.
She thinks that the Reapers caused the Rachni War?
I can't say for sure, but she was certain that her ancestors were forced into war against their will. Her people aren't naturally aggressive. If they made war, it was not of their own doing.
If you can pass a message back, tell her that I'm watching. Don't make me regret setting her free.
You won't. She seeks only peace. Be well, Commander Shepard. You will not see me again.
So that last little comment gave me the renegade point.
Are you shorting prefabs?
Why
Let's
not?
see here.
I did it
Yeah,
after he
Gianna Parsini, that's it.
paid for new exosuits for my
And this one's interesting because, again, we're talking about
Holy crap, Shepard?
dark
I thought
energy.
you were dead. Shepard? The news said you were dead. What happened? No, wait, probably classified. Forget I asked. You just have to lie. It's been a couple of years. I'm Gianna Parasini, Novaria Internal Affairs. You helped me nail Administrator Analeas.
Happy to help. What happened to Administrator Analeas?
He made the one mistake Novaria won't tolerate. He got caught taking their money. He's doing a few years in white-collar prison. More importantly, he won't work in the field again. Sit down. If I remember right, I owe you a beer. What brings you to Ilium? You know, that you can talk about.
You ever heard of the Collectors? They're attacking human colonies. I'm gonna stop them.
Damn, Shepard. For me, a tough job involves more paperwork. Hey, listen, I just remembered something. I've gotta go. Talk to you later? And don't forget to drink your beer.
It says, examine the beer. Look at the beer Gianna ordered. Shepard, I have to leave. target saw me. She wrote all this down. Couldn't break cover. A sorry merchant smuggling schematics from Novaria. Can you talk her into showing you the good stuff? Alright. So, Gianna did say she owed us a beer. So, interesting. I like how they came full circle and actually put you in this scene. So, let's see, huh? Oh yeah, there's tons of stuff. I forgot about all this. Man, I need this. I don't care about that. The whole Kestrel outfit. Melee, weapon, shield strength. Shields, melee. Shields, melee, weapon. Man. So definitely a Vanguard set for sure. I mean, I could say soldier, but Vanguard would be doing this routinely. So I need this and this for sure.
I'm looking for the best.
Welcome. You look like someone who needs high quality equipment. Feel free to look around. My store has the best tech and biotic equipment on Ilium.
What kind of merchandise do you carry?
The latest in biotic upgrades and Omni-tool modifications. Very high quality. Sometimes I even get special items in. No promises, of course.
Is everything here so expensive? I'd planned to drop a lot of credits today.
Really?
I'm outfitting a team for a dangerous mission. I need the best, and I'm willing to pay for it, as long as you work with me.
Well, perhaps I could give you a preferred rate at the kiosk. Here, a small discount, and when I get special items in, you can take a look.
What kind of special items are we talking about?
Oh, you know, schematics, designs. Nothing illegal, but I may not have all the licenses to sell them.
Do you have anything else? Anything not listed on your main merchandise kiosk?
Well, there is one thing. Very advanced design. Not publicly available yet.
That's because it's still in development on Novaria, and illegal for export. Hello, Hermia.
Parasini, you set me up! But this isn't Novaria. You don't have the authority to arrest me.
I don't care whether you go to jail. I've got all the evidence I need to find you out of business.
Do you have the authority to seize the schematics she's trying to sell?
I don't have to. Hermia was under suspicion. We leaked a faulty device to her. All this thing will ever do is blow up in your face.
I need to go. I have to talk to my lawyer.
I still get a discount?
Talk fast, Hermia. When the fines hit, you won't be able to afford him. Ah, that was good. I've got to go file a few papers. Come by my table when you've got a minute.
I really do like her. She'll tell us a little bit more about dark energy in just a minute. But now, it's a little bit cheaper. That was the whole point of me needing to do that. Let's buy this first.
This looks interesting.
And then we're going to do this one. Squad bonus 50%. Okay, I forgot it was for the whole squad. I definitely need to get this too. Now I'm poor. I'm poor again. Which means I really do need to go some of those other planets just for the money. Alright, let's go over here. Hey, Gianna.
Hermia is going to be a very poor woman very shortly. Thanks for the help, Shepard. I love nailing Asari. So ageless and superior. Then you get them and they squeal like schoolgirls.
It must be nice having a job that you really enjoy.
I wanted to be a cop, or CSEC, but my family had bills. I needed the money a corporate job brought in. Besides, in this job, you don't see things that make it hard to sleep at night. White-collar crime is nice and clean. Hell, at least this time I didn't have to wear heels and a dress.
It must be hard going undercover so often.
It's not so bad. Go new places, be new people. The only weird part is when you go home and try to talk to people, and you forget how to react. Like it's another cover, you know?
Deep down, part of you likes fooling people. That's what makes you good at it.
Part of me. Yeah. I grew up poor and working class. Now I walk around the rich and powerful, taking notes, getting evidence. And they never see me coming.
What's up next for you?
Research. We've had some hacking attacks lately, and I want to make sure they're external. A lot of people are suddenly interested in dark energy. My bosses want to know if it's something to worry about. That'll hold me over until I have to go back undercover anyway.
See? Her bosses, which are very powerful groups and scientists, corporations, very interested in dark energy.
How'd you end up on Novaria anyway?
Scholarship program and a competitive internship. Turned out I was only middling at the science, but I could always ferret out secrets. You grow up poor and surrounded by rich kids, you get good at hiding yourself. Helps with going undercover.
It's been a pleasure, Gianna.
You too, Shepard. See you around.
Okay. So, I need to do a few things, but probably go see Liara first. But I'm going to take a quick break so that I can refill my drink. Been streaming about 2.5 hours. I think I'm still good. So I will be right back. And let me put this on pause. Squad. We're good. We're good. All right. So let me put this on pause and let me go over to my Mass Effect screen. And then we'll say, gather your party. No, quick break. Let's do quick break. There we go. Anyway, I will be right back. Let me, there's already some background music for this one, so won't be even probably a minute or two, but do need to refill my drink. Sorry about that. Let me get my headphones back on, or my earbuds. Okay. Yeah, I've said it multiple times, but yeah, my mom lives with us and she has Alzheimer's and she needs extra help. And sometimes when I go on break, I'm gone a lot longer than I expect because I'm dealing with stuff. Not putting out fires necessarily. I just try to make sure something's necessary and, you know, things happen. So anyway, we are back to Mass Effect. And yeah, I already looked at this. Let's go talk to Liara Bay.
Hello, Commander Shepard. Liara will be pleased to see you.
You're Liara's assistant?
Yes. Liara relies upon me to acquire useful intelligence. I don't have her network of contacts, but I supply her with supplemental data. It's really an honor to work with her.
What's Liara's reputation here on Ilium?
She is greatly respected. In a few short years, she's amassed a sizable network of connections. She could have even more political power than she already wields if she weren't so focused on her personal goals. But I believe she should tell you about that, not me.
I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander.
I will say, Nixeris really threw me for a loop. I didn't see the twist coming. It's not a big twist, but you know. Now, if you remember in Mass Effect 1, Liara's mother, the matriarch, Benezia, she says, have you fought against an Asari commando, ever gone up against Asari commandos before? A Shepard? Few can and say that they survived, or something like that. So she takes the same attitude here.
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have. I'll make it simple. Either you pay me, or I flay you alive. With my mind. Shepard! Nixeris, hold my calls.
My poor innocent eyes.
My sources said you were alive, but I never believed. It's very good to see you.
You have sources now?
A few. Sources, contacts, even a little hired muscle. I've been working as an information broker. It's paid the bills since you...
Paid the bills. I mean...
For the past 2 years.
Damn.
And now you're back. Gunning for the collectors with Cerberus.
It's low key, and I kid about it, about her paying the bills. But when you find out everything she's been up to, all the information she's had, and all the contacts she's been creating, and some of it has to do with ensuring our survival. I can't criticize her too much on that.
If you know that, then you know that I could use your help.
I can't, Shepard. I'm sorry. I have commitments here, things I need to take care of.
What kind of things do you need to take care of? Are you in trouble?
No, no trouble.
Okay.
But it's been a long 2 years.
I'm okay with staying is better than Jacob.
I had things
but let's
to
not
do
get carried
while you
away.
were gone. I have debts to repay.
Thane is
Listen,
S-tier
if you want
companion.
help, I need someone with
Period.
hacking expertise. Someone I can trust. If you could disable security at key points around Ilium, you could get me information I need. That would help me a great deal.
Hacking a terminal sounds pretty easy. Why do you need me?
How you doing, Banana? Good to see
I
you.
don't know anyone else I can trust. Hacking the security node won't get you the data. It just creates a minor glitch in the system. You'll have a short time to find a local server left vulnerable by that glitch, and upload the data to my system. I'm leaving my own system vulnerable so that the data can be imported during that short time.
What's this all about, Liara? Can't you just talk to me?
Don't you think I want to, Shepard? This isn't because I don't trust you. This is Ilium. Anything I say is probably being recorded.
Maybe if S tier was actually where S is in the alphabet. I think that's a burn, but I don't think so. And I thought about, like, when I started seeing ranking systems with, you know, A, B, C, D, and things like S tier, I was like, where does S come from? But I totally get it, because there's, you know, I guess superlative. I don't really know what the S stands for, but you separate it because there needs to be a distinction between this group and this one. And I think it's used a little bit too loosely in many cases, but one moment that it's not overly used is in describing Thane. So,
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
had fun with
When you
Bioshock
hack
up
one,
until the
the
crash.
server will open somewhere nearby for a short time. You can download data from there.
Are you
if
playing
you
it?
hurry.
If you're playing on
Thank you,
laptop
Shepard.
or computer,
This may help me pay a great debt.
have you been? Did you put it in compatibility mode?
There's an Asari named Samara here on Ilium. Do you know where I could find her?
Samara. Yes. She arrived recently and registered with tracking officer Dara. You can find Dara at the transportation hub.
Ripley's in here because I have a little bit of Parmesan. She smelled it.
Why would Samara have to register with a tracking officer? Is she a criminal?
No. In fact, she's quite the opposite. Samara is a Justicar, one of an ancient sect of Asari warriors. Dara can tell you more.
I'm looking for Thane Krios. He's supposed to be here on Ilium.
The assassin? Yes. He arrived here a few days ago. My sources tell me he may be targeting a corporate executive, Nisana Dantius. He contacted a woman named Serena. Serena has an office in the cargo transfer levels. Perhaps she can tell you where Krios is.
Doing all right. Can't seem to get into any game you've been playing lately. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I go through moments where I'm like, I see a whole list of things I could be playing, and I'm like, I don't want to do any of those. And it has nothing to do with whether it's a good or bad game. I just, yeah. That's why I didn't want to paint myself in a corner with Baldur's Gate and my channel, my own channel, because I didn't want to make that into a, oh man, I got to play Baldur's Gate now. I've already done it like 5-6 times now, and I don't want to do that scene over again, and it becomes like a job. But it's not that bad. once you kind of get into it, once you start doing it, then you kind of get into it, you know? Where is it? No. I gave Ripley some Parmesan. Yeah, playing on laptop, didn't adjust any settings. I think it's just an auto detect optimized settings thing. That was all. Well, like I said, BioShock is a little bit older. You could probably put it for compatibility settings just to see. I mean, check Reddit for any similar issues that people have found workarounds for.
That was all just off the top of your head?
I'm a very good information broker, Shepard. The world of intrigue isn't that different from a dig site, except that the dead bodies still smell.
How about, what about the thumbnail, Banana? Have you, or are you going to go with the one that you showed us originally? I noticed that you hadn't uploaded any thumbnails yet. So hopefully for Friday's episode, which is tomorrow, you have that. If not, then let me know and I can do it. Okay? Just, want to make sure, you know, I don't want you to feel stressed like it's necessary that you'd get that done. It's not a big deal.
Thanks for the help. That's all I needed to know.
Of course. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know.
How's your own work going?
Everyone needs information, Shepard. You want to know why
I'll start working on that now? Nah, like I said, I don't want to put any pressure on you.
It should be about friendship or trust. But that's not the way it works on Ilium. Let me know when you hack those terminals. Give me that, and I can talk to you.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
When you hack one,
Fox is
a
here
server
and
will
he's
open
demanding
somewhere nearby
cheese.
for a short time. You can download data from there, if you hurry. Thank you, Shepard. This may help me pay a great debt.
He's very tiny, but
later,
he will take it from my fingers. He's not gentle.
Does living at a higher altitude make you more intelligent? Our report may surprise
Okay.
you. New data
What do we want to do
commissioned by
first?
the Architectural Union has noted a correlation between tested intelligence and height of habitat. The news comes as
We could just go do Thane, which is this way. And then we can do the terminal thing as we go upstairs.
Alien News would like to offer a clarification of our special report on notorious assassin Thane Krios. While Alien News did credit
Listen,
Thane
I
Krios'
know the data
legendary
is
skills
vital
with
to the
drill
Kurosa
heritage.
family.
No offense to the
Asana
drill
Dantius didn't give us time to pack. I'm lucky I got out at all, for mercenaries were starting to shoot. If she lets us back in, I'll get it, I promise. If not, well, we'll just have to hope.
Ilium is the gateway to the Traverse. But is that gate open too wide? Investment think tanks are noting concerns that new technological discoveries...
Trust me, the goods coming in from the Terminus systems are great for business.
I don't know. Some of them seem dangerous.
That's the whole point.
I said I was going to
Danger
do the
means more
hacking
contract
thing
work for
later,
us.
but I want to just make sure I talk to everybody before I go into the Thane
Telling
area.
you, relax. Thax will never notice a few missing pieces. No, I can't get in. Because it's a crime scene. It's all locked down. Eclipse mercs, some
Yeah,
Justicar, I don't know.
that's
Nobody
the
is ever going to
Thane
see the
thing.
extra merchandise. Which is why we're going to be rich.
You're sure gateway weapons and armor are good enough for Eclipse?
Yeah, I've got a friend in Eclipse. She told me what I needed to get.
Good. I'm pretty good at bypassing
We need to go to
firewalls.
the bar first
Maybe they're
before we
looking for
talk to her.
Oh, blue rose of Ilium. Let your
Here's
roots stay deep
Cruiser.
into the hot soil. of
Oh, no, no,
Sicko.
no. I want to do her thing first, and then I'll buy the model at a discount.
What do you want? Sorry, that damn Krogan's love poems are getting on my nerves.
Is that Krogan bothering you?
No, you don't need to hurt him or anything. He's harmless. Which, I know, Krogan, so it's hard to believe. His name is Char. We're kind of dating, but, well, we're on a break. And he's trying to show me how sensitive he is by, well, wooing me. It's really bad.
So why are the two of you on a break?
He's serious. Serious, as in talking about kids. Char is a great guy to date, but for something permanent... Krogans live long lives. It's not like dating a human where you just stick it out for a century till they die. No offense. It made me wonder if he really likes me, or if he just wants kids. He can't have them any other way, you know, because of the genophage.
That sounds like a question you should ask him.
I did. I don't think he realized that our kids would always have been Asari. Non-Asari don't always get that we're not taking alien DNA, we're just using it to randomize some of the genetic information. Anyway, Char was quiet for a long time. Then he said that he'd love our girls no matter what color they were.
It doesn't seem common for Asari to date Krogan. What brought you two together?
He's a fun guy, really smart, especially for a Krogan. And he's got a good job as a transport technician. It's fun to join a mercenary guild or dance at bars for a few centuries, but eventually you hit the matron stage, you know? Then you get your back tattoo removed, let your scalp go back to its natural blue, and settle down with someone dependable.
Leave eternity unembraced and grapple in the glorious struggle.
You need to talk to your boyfriend. He's just gonna keep shouting poetry until you do.
I know, but it's tough. I like him a lot. Hell, I love him. But I don't know if he's permanent Bond material.
Look at him. He's obviously crazy about you.
Is he? I mean, what if he just wants to have kids? Am I just his baby-making machine? He said I wasn't, but...
If he said that, then you either trust him so you have nothing to worry about, or you don't, and you've already decided.
I guess I hadn't thought about it like that. And I do trust him, if he said it. I'm going to talk to him. Here, I've given you a discount at the terminal. Thanks for the help.
Yeah. So if we go back to Tuchanka, they will be there. So you could actually do Ilium first and get a lot of experience. And then you go to Tuchanka and just do the stuff there. A little bit easier, but obviously getting Grunt resolved and Morden, it's, you know, a little bit easier to handle right away. So we want to get these models at a cheaper rate. There we go. Nice. I need this. And I need that. And I need this. And I need this. I need everything here. I don't need this, but I'm going to get it. It's only 2,000.
What about you?
I don't think she gives us a discount.
Why not? Every Asari
But,
has biotics. Might as well use them, right?
We'll talk to her in a
That's
minute.
hell of a sniper rifle. For example, you know that new drug, the one that causes
we could get those star
permanent neural
charts
scarring? That's
and
horrible.
handle this thing
There's
real
a
quick.
12-page contract for shipping.
But let's
then
do
a
this
waiver
hack the
for
terminal.
use. I charge for 50 hours plus overtime.
Let's see. It's been a while since I did this quest. I don't know if I remember where everything is right away. The last one's over at, I believe, the
You can
bar.
sell something that dangerous with just a contract and a waiver? These are the Terminus systems. Everything.
No, I haven't had any luck yet. She insists it was legal. I don't know. I'm going to call in a favor
right.
and have a friend examine the contract.
Corporate security, what a life. Regular breaks, regular paycheck. Still not worth it. Killing on salary's too easy. I have to work for every job I get. Makes me really look at the job. Makes me care who I'm hunting. Otherwise it's just another name on a piece of paper.
I don't know. That still
So
sounds like an
Zaid's
awful
a
thing to
mercenary,
legalize.
but
All the dangers are right
seems to
there
have a
on
good
the
head on
package.
his shoulder when it comes to actual, like, who he is and what he's doing.
So consider it a way to weed out the people too stupid to know their limits.
This one's over here.
It's just, we're looking for weapons. What about a fish? She loves the garden. We could add a pond.
She doesn't need a fish, Dad.
She doesn't need a fish.
Maybe a shirt. Or a card. Ilium. Hey, you're blue shifting already. That's funny, right? A sorry skin color and the Doppler effect?
Dad, just get her anything. Or don't.
I need to get her something. A memento.
So, you know, clearly a Solarian with an Asari mom or wife, and this is the daughter. So it's an interesting dynamic because a lot of times these little encounters is, you know, a couple.
Eclipse might be fun for you. For me, it's the future. My clan's breeding strategy is at stake.
Don't Solarians think about anything besides breeding?
Where is this one?
Start with me.
Sometimes you say these things, and I don't know. Maybe it's because you had a Batarian...
Shepard, this is Liara. I've got the data. Come see me when you've got a moment.
Yeah, no, then we got to do the other one that's... We have to figure out who's who and blah, 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 and yeah. That's not at the bar. Ah, poor Solarian. He's going to be gone soon, especially if the way Legion of the Sith Lord plays. Yeah, that's why there's really no pressing issue for that Asari. She's like, eh, get her something or don't get her something. It's no big deal. That's not true. Because I know, like, if I were to be wherever and it was me and my daughter, and I was like that, and I was like, man, I got to get your mom something. Yeah, my daughter would be like, well, whatever, you know, mom, she's going to like whatever you get her anyway, or don't get her. She really not going to care. But where I'm going to warp that conversation, of course, is saying it's Solarian, so he's going to die soon. So they're not really vested for the long term here. So what a relationship, though. I mean, the Asari, who has like this lifespan of almost 1,000 years, and a Solarian who's like, what, 30 years? 30? Something like that. Oh, no.
Shepard, I don't suppose you'd remember me. I'm Shiala. We met on Pharos during the Geth attack. Saren had given me to the Thorian creature as a slave, and you killed it. And saved me. I promised to help Zoo's Hope recover. I'm actually here on Ilium for just that purpose.
Yeah, I'm a memento, though. But a memento of the time he spent on Ilium. Not of his demise. Come on, Banana.
How's Zoo's Hope doing?
We've done a lot of rebuilding. We even salvaged some useful material from the Geth ship you destroyed. The Exogeny researchers got called back to their headquarters, however, along with what was left of the Thorian.
She does explain that. But it is interesting because if I remember right, I don't believe she's green when she comes out of the Thorian. Her clones are, but I don't think she is. I think she's like purple. I don't remember.
Is it Exogeny pushing colonists around again, or did the Thorians somehow survive our fight?
No. Exogeny has been very supportive of Zoo's Hope. They actually seem to want to help us survive, and the Thorian is dead. Though, after all you went through to kill it, I understand your concern. I fear that after our adventure on Pharos, my purpose on Ilium will seem mundane by comparison.
Is there something I can do to help?
I'd appreciate it. I've reached the limits of my diplomatic abilities, and I prefer not to start trouble. Some of the colonists had health problems as a result of the Thorian control. We hired a colonial survey group to do some medical scans, but the medical contract apparently allows the company to perform invasive procedures without our consent. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, I think she explains all that. We can ask her, why are you green? I grew up in a very small town, and we had a library, and I went to the library all the time. I was always in the library, and one of the librarians, she was always there, definitely full time. There was two main librarians there, but she was always there, and her skin was green. She was green, like Shiala green, and I know there's a group, I think is out of Kentucky. It's not. I'm not getting it confused with bluegrass. It's just they were called the Blue People of Appalachia or something. But yeah, there was a whole genetic group of individuals that had either like their vessels were real close to the skin of the surface or something. Yeah, I don't remember what the reason was, but they were actually a blue hue. But she wasn't. She was green. So I've heard since then that you can have like some metal poisoning or something like that, but I don't think that was the case here. So I would always wondered like what had caused that, and to me it was, you know, because I went there every day. I just kind of got, it was normal to me, but I've always been a little curious what would have really caused that, you know.
Wait a minute, Shiala. You were only green when the Thorian made you a clone. The real you was blue like normal Asari.
Those health problems I said were related to the Thorian control. This is mine. A few months after the Thorian died, my skin pigment changed. My biotic abilities are unstable as well. I'm also having vivid dreams about my time with the Thorian. It is disconcerting.
Tell me more about the contract you signed for these scans.
Barrier Frontiers was interested in our problem. They offered to perform medical scans and deliver treatment for next to nothing. I should have known it was too good to be true, but we were desperate. In the fine print, we apparently agreed to let them perform invasive follow-up procedures if they deem it valuable, which they have.
Can they actually force these procedures on you?
No, but they can declare us in breach of contract, which means we're responsible for the full price we would have paid normally. Zoo's hope just got back on its feet. There's no way we can afford that, Shepard.
What kind of health problems did the colonists have?
Headaches or muscle spasms similar to what they experienced while under Thorian control. Sometimes the colonists near another former Thorian victim shared sensations like heat or pain. It has to be a result of trace amounts of the Thorian's parasitic spores. You can see why we'd want it studied and cured.
I'll talk to the survey group.
I appreciate it, Shepard. The Barrier Frontiers representative knows about the issue.
It's kind of crazy how much dialogue, in retrospect, there is in this game.
I saw your conversation, human. You're here to complain about the medical contracts those colonists from Theros signed. I suggest you leave. Your life is short enough. Do not waste what time you have bothering me.
Why are you insisting on these tests? What use could they possibly be?
Their use is not your concern. A legal binding contract was signed. Nothing else matters. All of you. Humans, Salarians, Turians. You come to our planet, then complain that our laws don't suit you. The galaxy would be a better place if nobody but the Asari had ever dragged themselves out of the primordial muck.
One thing I always point out at this point is she mentions her daughters. And if you go back to Mass Effect 1, it's not spelled out. It's not specifically referenced, but you can connect the dots. One of the daughters was a receptionist at the embassy, which is one of the first Asari you meet. And the other one worked at the what's her name? The I almost said the consort, not the consort. The anyway. But she's at that place, and she's probably the receptionist there too, which you have a pretty good discussion with. So we've met those ones. So I like how the writers didn't specifically try to say, hey, look here, we're talking about these two. Like, they didn't pop up. That's what I would have done. You know, I would have said, oh yeah, the memory of, I remember meeting them. That was the so-and-so at such and such. And so that way we could all tie it all together. But they were confident enough that if you really wanted to, you know, remember or play again and realize that that was a connection, that, you know, it's right here. So
Perhaps we could work out different tests. Something that will work for both sides.
If the colonists were not willing to abide by the terms of the contract, they should not have signed it. The onus is not upon me to accommodate them.
So you'd be this harsh in your contract terms if these were Asari colonists?
If they were Asari, they'd be dealing with problems unleashed by another race. Asari like my bondmate, who died when the Geth rebelled against the Quarians. Or my daughters, who died during the Geth attack on the Citadel. One worked in the embassy, the other was a greeter for the consort. I'm not speaking in hypotheticals, human. The aliens will never be my allies. The best they can do is give me useful medical data.
Why was your bondmate on the Quarian homeworld?
Studying the Quarians. Not their technology, but their music. She loved all their art. Said they had old souls. I think that's where my daughters got it from. Both of them love talking with people, exploring new cultures.
They sound like wonderful people. The galaxy is lesser for their loss.
Yes, it is.
Do you think they'd want you to do this?
I'm not. I didn't. Oh. I'm sending an amended contract. No more tests, no fees. There's enough grief in this galaxy. I don't need to add to it.
Did you get the star charts?
Yeah, I had to...
You did it. I just got the revised contracts. Thank you, Shepard. You've saved Zoo's hope again. I don't think I could have... Is it always like this? Yesterday's problems lingering in some new form. Isn't anything ever just fixed?
You've got the power to make a difference, Shiala. Not everyone does.
You're right. You gave us a chance by saving the colony. I can't let them down. I won't. Thank you for what you've done here, Shepard. I'll keep doing what I can. Maybe sometime when I'm not organizing the colony and you're not doing whatever you do.
I think Shiala really likes Shepard. Like, really likes Shepard.
You know Irinia won't even talk to the non-Asari customers. It's like she's turned pureblood into her religion or something.
I heard she lost her daughters when the Geth attacked the Citadel.
So we're gonna go...
I'm sure she was a pleasure to deal with.
Hey, we're friends. I have never called you that.
No, but you're thinking about it. You think it was easy growing up pure blood? I did some stupid things to get away from the taunts. The stupid drug users you're laughing at, I might have been one of them.
Okay. Yeah, the Asari... It's so wild. If to Asari mate, it's considered... Their children are kind of shunned. It's just kind of wild. Yeah.
Serena?
The hiccups.
Who wants to know?
Name's Shepard. Liara Tassoni said you might have information on Thane Krios.
Tana, cover for me. Over here. Yeah, I know who Thane Krios is. I might have passed him some information, but I didn't hire him. What do you want to know?
Maybe you could help me find him.
I can tell you, but you won't stop him. When he contacted me, I checked up on him. The man never gives up on a job. I ran security for Insano Dantius. Then I found out she was having people killed to cover up her dirty secrets. She fired me when I confronted her. Her loss. I might have been good enough to stop Thane from taking her down.
If you work there, you must have an idea what his opposition will be.
Eclipse mercs. High-tech killer. Undisciplined, but very well equipped. They don't much care who they kill, as long as they're paid for it. Thane has quite a reception waiting for him. I told him all I knew. He didn't seem worried.
Why does that name sound familiar?
She was a representative on the Citadel a few years ago.
Right. She had me kill her sister, the slaver.
I thought that was just a rumor. Well, you know what she's capable of then. She has even more power here in Nos Astra. She uses it to keep her friends in check, and her enemies dead.
So where do I find Thane?
The Dantius Towers, penthouse level of Tower 1. There's a second tower, still under construction. If Thane is smart, he'll go in from there.
It doesn't sound like Nisana's just gonna let me in.
She's as smart as she is paranoid. No one's getting in or out of there without a fight. I can get you in, but you'll only get one shot. You'd better be ready.
You're just offering your help. No strings attached?
You're going to look for Thane. Nisana's mercenaries will try to stop you. At the least, you'll distract her guards. Take a little fire, give Thane a clear shot. I didn't hire him to kill Nisana, but I won't shed any tears when she gets what's coming to her.
Do you know anything else about Thane?
Not much. He did say that he's not doing the hit for money. Nobody hired him. I wanted to know who I was helping, and he said he's doing this job on his own. That he had to restore the balance of his life. I don't know. Maybe he's crazy. If he takes down Nisana, I don't care why he does it.
Let's go then.
Good. I'm tired of this crap. We'll go tonight as soon as the shift workers clear out of Tower 2.
Yeah, so when you use the Geth plasma shotgun, her biotic ammo won't work. So we're going to do the Eviscerator. And everything else looks good. All right.
The towers are heavily guarded, and you'll find more resistance closer to the penthouse. So, this assassin, you planning to stop him?
I'm just here to make sure he survives.
There they are, the Dantius Towers. You'll have to get up to the second tower and cross the bridge to the penthouse. Her mercs will fight you every step, but it's your best chance.
Why don't we just save time and take the shuttle up?
She's got mercs with rockets just waiting for you to try.
You get maybe halfway up before they shot you down. Besides, your assassin won't go in that way. Best to go in low.
Any last-minute tips about the towers?
The Eclipse mercs will be well fortified by now, and they won't want to disappoint Insano. There's no automated defenses or traps, just focus on anything moving.
All right, let's do this.
Hold on.
Hold on to your butts.
Don't linger too long. They'll be here to greet you soon enough. Good luck, Shepard.
I am Krogan! Found a target. Right, Shepard.
Right behind you. Quiet, just how I like it.
All right, so let me get this. Let me get this. Get some money because we are low on money again. Okay. I was about to say. All right, I think that's it. All right, do a quick save. Talk to the Solarian and get to the action.
You're still alive?
I can't feel my legs. My chest is killing me.
Who did this to you? And why?
We're just night workers. Insano sent them after us. She sent the mechs to round us up, but we didn't hear. They just started shooting.
They just attacked you?
Yes. They were too slow. It was horrible. Everyone screaming. The mercs said there was no time. Insano wanted us out of the way immediately. Then the dogs.
Here. That should ease the pain and keep you alive until help arrives.
He doesn't know where the assassin is.
Take your time.
I think I'm better. Find the other workers. Help them.
I need to get up to the penthouse. Any suggestions?
Take the service elevator to the upper floors. The bridge between the towers isn't finished, but if you're careful, watch out for the mercs. They're everywhere.
Any idea how many mercs Insano's got?
A lot. Dozens of them are wandering around here all day. You'll find more the further up you go.
Why would Insano kill her own workers?
To her, we're expendable. But I didn't realize she was that ruthless. My friends, co-workers, slaughtered. They were jumping off ledges to escape the dogs.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you.
Let's get moving.
Okay, so gotta take it slow.
Nothing can hurt me!
One sec. On it. I'll kill you all!
Too late! Now you're dead!
I'm with you.
Targeting orders acknowledged.
I've got your back.
Yeah.
All right.
Critical system damage.
Okay.
Got one.
Go this way.
Too late! Now you're dead!
Where's that dog?
I am Krogan!
There we go. They're all hidden too far back, so there we go.
Gotcha.
Careful. Requesting assistance.
There we go.
Yeah.
On it.
Yeah, they
Too
keep
late.
moving
Now you're
back,
dead.
and this area for some reason it gets a little weird with some of the. All I can say is that I'm glad I have the assault rifle. It makes it for a little bit better.
I've got your back.
Yeah.
Because this area is not buggy per se. It's just they come out in the weirdest waves. Like there's one standing back there, but they don't come out like at all. They're like scripted to wait until you get closer to them. It's kind of weird.
Feel the blood rage! Right.
Gotcha.
See? Let's do this.
Destroy you. Right behind you.
Yeah. I am Krogan!
Ah! Walked right into that. I couldn't move because for whatever reason Grunt got right behind me and I couldn't move. That was wonderful. Wouldn't be so bad, but
I'm here.
Coming.
Nothing can hurt me!
okay. We're almost there. We're almost there.
If I die, I'm haunting you, Shepard.
Reconnaissance. Nothing can hurt me. Right.
Yep, Jack's dead. Like, I'm over here and I'm telling him to, like, you know, be where I'm at, and Jack's for some reason in the hallway dying.
I am Krogan! I'll be there.
Now, I said go up there, not back here. Okay. He took the long route. He went all the way back here to go that way. Jeez.
On it.
Lord. All right, we cleared it. Like I said, if they came at me like conventionally, it wouldn't be so bad. But yeah, they come all the way back around, and they arrive in waves. Just a little weird. Okay, all right. Don't think we're missing anything. Just double checking. Anyway, let's see here what we got. Let's go.
Hey, I think he went in here.
We'll go get him.
You go.
Get your ass in there, and Insano's not paying you to stand around.
Fine. But
I am Krogan! Quick!
Disengaging 10 photo detection. Excuse me.
Okay.
Too late! Now
I'm
you're
with you.
dead!
Backup systems engaged.
Okay.
I've got your back.
Let's go here.
I can
How is that missing every time?
Worthless.
It's so nice to know that your guys have your flank. Yeah, it's a real comforting feeling.
Hey, I think he went
Oh
in here.
boy.
We'll go get him.
You go.
Get your ass in there.
Yeah, I was right there. And neither Jack nor Grunt were apparently to my right side. Great.
Too late! Now you're dead! Weakling!
I'll kill you all!
Oh yeah, look, there now Jack's using her own powers. I did say before, sometimes with Legendary, the buggy thing is that you sometimes have to restart the game or save and then reload a save before it starts acting normal. Like now Jack's doing everything on her own, whereas before she wasn't doing anything. She was getting in my way, she was like dying in the hallway. Now she's actually doing something.
I'm with you.
Right, Shepard.
So I did forget that. So when your companions act a bit buggy, it's kind of a good idea just to like restart the save. Like just reload it, I should say.
On it.
On it.
Nice shooting. Nothing can hurt me.
Right behind you.
Right.
Right.
Let's see if they actually move up. Brett, why?
I can take you
I
off.
swear he keeps going the absolute longest way possible.
Right. I am Krogan! One more.
Nothing can stop me.
Nothing can hurt me!
Okay, let's do this again.
Nothing can stop me. I see them.
Feel the blood rage!
You see how that trooper is stuck? His health isn't moving? That's like I said, you have to sometimes reload a save because just things don't act right. I only had this problem in Legendary. I never had this problem in the original game.
Nothing can hurt me!
Okay. One time I had endless waves. It was like a scene just like this, but they just didn't stop. I was like, this should be over. We've had like 6, 7, 8 waves.
I am Krogan!
Let's put them out of this.
Nothing can stop me.
That's a big yell. Okay.
I'll put them down.
I can take you all.
I'll get there.
Got it.
One sec.
On it.
Where are they? Okay, now... Yeah, they were in the hallway. They were in this hallway down here. Like... That does not help
No
anybody.
sweat.
Great.
Right.
No sweat.
Yeah, I'm ducking. I'll
Right,
find cover.
please.
Right.
There we go. Alright.
Too late. Now you're dead.
We're gonna get this done, or we're gonna die at the very end here, because this is acting weird. See, they won't come out. Okay, good. There, they finally came out. Nice. Nice.
I am Krogan.
Gotcha.
Right.
So I'm gonna put both of them over there,
Got it.
so we can flush them out.
I'll kill you all.
Okay.
I see them.
Nice. I think we finally got through all that. Woo. Yeah, it is acting a little weird. It's probably in my best interest if I were to like do a save, like I said, and then reload. But we'll do this real quick. I hate these. They like make them as far as possible, and I have to look at everything twice. And this is why I said, like in Mass Effect 3, I love the fact that you can just put an Omni tool and it opens it. I mean, what good's an Omni tool if it doesn't
Kill us. We'll go. We'll go.
bypass everything?
Hey, look. They're not Eclipse. You're here to help us, right?
It's one reason I'm here. Come on out. It's safe enough.
Thank you. We are in your debt.
Maybe you can help me. I'm looking for someone. Not a merc. He's on his own.
Well, whoever sealed us in here.
When he found us, I thought we were dead, but he just closed the door and locked us in.
This assassin lacks commitment.
Assassin?
Here for Nasana, I bet. She's got it coming. You treat people like this, it always comes back to bite you in the ass.
I need to get to Nasana's penthouse. What's the quickest way?
Cargo elevator is the only way up right now.
They're still working up top. Watch your step. Some of the walls aren't in, and it's a long way down.
Cold, too. I hate working up there.
Nasana's not exactly your favorite person?
She's a hard woman to work for.
That's an understatement. She works us long hours, no overtime, and this is what you get in payment.
She's unpleasant, to say the least.
Why not just quit?
We would if we could.
What's stopping you?
Our contract. We're stuck until the job's done. Quitting for any reason can be hazardous to your health.
We hear that anyone who leaves early tends to disappear. Probably just a rumor.
But who wants to find out for sure?
Did you see the one who locked you in? Do you know where he might have gone?
He's no Solarian, I can tell you that. But I've no idea where he went. Sorry.
If he's after Nasana, he'll be heading to the upper levels.
You and Com have discussed the first draft of the thumbnail. No rush if you want to wait. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Take a look at it. I'm pretty
How
sure
many
it is
workers were in
beautiful.
the tower? Are there many more of you?
Not alive. We were lucky.
Well, some got out before the dogs were sent in. Maybe a few are hiding somewhere.
I wouldn't stay here too long. It should be safe down on the lower floors.
I was just thinking the same thing. Let's go, everybody!
Thank you. And tell your assassin to aim for her head. Because she doesn't have a heart. Get moving!
Yeah. We've run across 0 people who want her alive. Not a single one. Viper. All right, do a quick save. We get some money. There we go. And what I'm going to do before, well, okay, so it lets me save. Let me close, exit game. Let me see if it lets me load. See what this looks like. Yeah, I'm gonna let it ride. We'll see how well it plays. Because like I said, it's acting like it wants to be a little buggy.
Grabbing cover!
Hitting cover!
Did it open?
Just stand here and wait for them? I like a straight fight, but...
We should get behind stuff.
Oh, got stuck.
Have a pleasant day.
Trouble incoming!
Little pieces of crap!
Charging Krogan!
Can stop us!
On it. My shields are down. I'll kill you all!
Yeah.
Gotcha. Burn, bitch! Watch
Damn
for
it.
the drone!
Should have run. Now you're fried. On it.
Okay,
I'm with you.
we're good. Nice. Nice and easy. All right, let's go.
I haven't heard from teams 4 or 5. Don't worry, my team's always ready to go. I don't know where he is. Not yet. Don't worry about it. We don't need any reinforcements. I'll take care of it. It's under control. I'll go down there myself.
Turn around very slowly.
Damn it.
Have you seen the assassin?
Why are you looking for him? You're not one of Nisana's mercs. Who are you?
Tell me where the assassin is.
I've got nothing more to say to you. If you shoot me, my team's right...
How about goodbye?
Very 80s action movie.
I could take notes from you, Shepard.
I figured either one of those would appreciate that. Genetic information of the Kurosa family. So that's good. Let's go to this door this time.
He's all over the place.
What do you mean?
We've got reports of him on multiple levels. We think he's traveling through the ducts.
I'm not paying you to think. Just find him, now.
What the?
I can... Oh!
Too late. Now you're dead.
Got one.
Got it.
you!
Nothing can hurt me.
Coming!
Wait!
I'll tear you apart!
Right.
I'm with you.
Weapons free, Eclipse.
I am Cronin!
Nice. Okay. Well, at least she stayed put over there. She wasn't like... Sometimes she comes this way and she, I don't know, it's real hard to get an angle on her. Okay.
We got him!
Alright, let's see. Okay. We're
Are you guys
almost
all
there.
right in here?
Get back! Get back! I'll shoot!
Drop the gun, lizard.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will. I said get back! I'll do it! Please, don't make me do it.
Get back, lizard. Right.
Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. What's your name?
I'm Talon. Don't come any closer.
Talon, I'm Commander Shepard. I don't work with the mercs.
I'm
and I
telling
don't
you to
wanna
put the
hurt
Uh-huh.
gun
you.
down.
I'm here to help.
All right. Here. I don't feel so...
Talon! He's my brother. I just want to see if he's all right. Are you the ones who shot the merc?
It wasn't me. What happened here?
The merc found us and shouted at us to move. We panicked, and he shouted more. I thought he was going to kill us, then his head just exploded. Talon picked up the merc's gun, but we were too afraid to leave. Then you showed up.
Clean shot. Very nice. How safe is that bridge out there?
The bridge is stable, but the wind's your real problem. If it doesn't throw you off, the mercs will definitely try. There's a lot of them out there.
I'm looking for someone. Probably the guy who killed this merc.
Talon thought he saw someone following us, but he's been a bit on edge. I haven't seen anyone but the mercs.
Is the bridge the only way to the penthouse in the other tower?
From here, yeah. It won't be easy. Mercs are patrolling the other side. Whatever Nasana's hiding from must be pretty scary.
How safe is that bridge out there?
The bridge is stable, but the wind's your real problem. If it doesn't throw you off, the mercs will definitely try. There's a lot of them out there.
There are still mercs up here. You should get to the lower levels.
No need to convince me. Talon, come on, get up.
Can we go home now?
Yeah, we're getting out of here. Thank you.
Okay. So, let's see here. We're almost where we need to be. Oh, hack the PDA. For more money. Alright. That was 3 in a row. How rare is that? 1, 2, 3. Alright, so. Okay, so he's got that on. Okay, good. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna give her the phalanx. Because I think she'll be able to shoot a little bit faster than what she's been doing.
Answer me, damn it! It's about time. What's going on down there?
I'm afraid your men aren't able to respond, Nasana.
Damn it! Let's go get Insano.
Get ready.
Orders acknowledged.
Behind you.
On it. Critical system damage.
I'll tear you apart.
Requesting assist rerouting power.
Coming.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, right on your ass.
Jack. Did we kill her?
Got it.
Gotcha.
Nope.
Nothing.
She's right there. Are you kidding me?
Weakening their integrity.
Right, Shepard.
I've got your back.
Okay. Let's do this. I thought maybe I could. Okay, now we do this. Nope, nope. I'm taking shelter behind Grunt.
On my
Moving
way.
to cover.
Come on. Come on out. Nice.
I'm with you.
Right.
All right. Very good. We're getting there. We're almost there. I mean, it's a pretty good long little mission. It's much easier when you're an infiltrator in that if you have the right weapon like the Widow, you can make quick... yeah, there we go. You can make short work of a lot of different things like the machine guns that are on the bridge.
Nothing can hurt me.
Okay.
I'll kill you all. Got one.
This is our main one that we got to deal with.
This'll break him down. Die.
They're as good as dead. Destroy you.
Okay.
Right.
I think we're
No
there.
sweat.
I think we're pretty much there to the bridge. Now, I thought there was a pistol right here. Yeah,
Now
there.
you're dead.
Oh, that's a weapons locker. I thought maybe we've already picked it up. I thought there was an SMG or something right here around the corner. Maybe I'm misremembering that. Maybe it's further up.
Gotcha.
I got it.
Yeah, okay, here we go. There it is. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I don't remember which machine gun this is. If it's the Locust, I'm gonna really.
Interesting.
No, it's just research. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, we should do a little quick save right here. Because this one, I'm pretty sure some of my companions will die because they just take the dumbest positions.
I've lost shields.
I am Grogan.
Nothing can stop me.
One more.
I can take you all.
Nope, she's gone. Okay, move up.
Krogan!
Do this.
Nothing can stop me. I'll tear you apart.
Okay. Okay.
Nothing can hurt
All right, do this.
me.
This is really why I brought Jack, is for the shockwave. It makes quick work when you can kind of get in the right position. This sometimes takes me a while because of these rocket launchers. It's a pain.
You're dead.
Nothing can stop me.
Just gotta target them.
I'll put
Take you off.
Okay, Jack, don't get behind me, please, because rocket launchers are just gonna do 2 for 1 on us.
on the ground.
Okay. Alright, I need to get a little bit closer, but again, if you're an infiltrator and you have a sniper rifle, it makes this a little bit easier.
Feel the blood rage.
Actually, I wonder, can I do this? That way I can shield myself from... No, there we go. There we go. Okay.
I am Krogan.
Tear you apart.
No. Do that there.
I'll kill you all.
Give us a little bit of a break. Aw, come on.
Too late. Now you're dead.
Nothing can stop me. Weakening their integrity.
Okay, now we can move up and finish him off.
I'm sending in reinforcements. Die.
Oh. You know, Shep, please, would you just do what I tell you?
I'll tear you apart.
There you go. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for having my back after. I wanted to be right there. And, that wasn't working. Okay.
Nothing can hurt me.
There we go. Let's do this. Oh, come on. My grenade I threw too far. Yeah. Still, it's better than the slam that they started me off with. Alright. We're good. We're good. End of mission. We did it, y'all. We did it. Yay. Where's my, man, now that I'm looking for a sound effect, I can't find it. Oh, man. There it is, finally. I don't use it enough, but, oh yeah, no, I don't have the right, you wouldn't be able to hear it anyway. I don't have it on the right scene that has my, Steam Deck on it. Oh well, next time.
Shepard, but you're dead.
I got better.
And now you're here to kill me.
You're really paranoid, aren't you?
Don't patronize me, Shepard.
Charming as ever.
I'm sure you find this all very ironic. First you take care of my sister, and now you're here for me. Well, you made it this far. Now what?
You really think I'm here to kill you?
Do you have another reason for destroying my tower? Decimating my security?
I'm just looking for someone.
You expect me to believe that? Is it credits? Is that what you want? Just tell me your price. We can make this problem go away.
All the credits in the world won't make this problem go away, Nisana.
Who the hell gave you the right to play God? I may not be perfect, but look at you. We both kill people for money. What's the difference?
You kill people because you think they're beneath you. They're in your way. I kill people because they leave me no choice.
You've got a choice. You don't have to do this. I can tell you. What? I heard something. Damn it. Check the other entrances. You stay put. When I'm finished dealing with this nuisance, you and I are going to... Who?
Nice entrance.
Yeah, Jack. I agree.
I was hoping to talk to you.
I apologize, but prayers for the wicked must not be forsaken.
Nisana and her men deserve what they got.
Not for her. For me. The measure of an individual can be difficult to discern by actions alone. Take you, for instance. All this destruction, chaos. I was curious to see how far you'd go to find me. Well, here I am.
How'd you know I was coming at all?
I didn't. Not until you marched in the front door and started shooting. Nisana had become paranoid. You saw the strength of her guard force. She believed one of her sisters would kill her. You were a valuable distraction.
Let's cut to the chase. I need you for a mission.
Indeed.
You're familiar with the Collectors?
By reputation.
They're abducting entire human colonies. Freedom's Progress was their handiwork.
I see.
We're going after them.
Attacking the Collectors would require passing through the Omega-4 relay. No ship has ever returned from doing so.
So he bows his head just before he kind of replies. And I think in his mind, this was like, he does say that this was supposed to be his last job. And then he could feel comfortable about closing the book for himself. But he immediately understands that it's not his last mission. That's how quick his mind works. So when he says, I need to stop the Collectors, and he's like, I see. And it's all clicking, and they're not explaining it when you first meet Thane, but he does think that fast.
They told me it was impossible to get to Ilos, too.
A fair point. You built a career on performing the impossible. This was to be my last job. I'm dying. Low survival odds don't concern me. The abduction of your colonists does.
You're dying. Are you contagious? How long do you have?
If you're interested, we can discuss it on your ship. The problem isn't contagious, and it won't affect my work.
I hadn't heard that. Is there anything I can do?
Giving me this opportunity is enough. The universe is a dark place. I'm trying to make it brighter before I die. Many innocents died today. I wasn't fast enough and they suffered. I must atone for that. I will work for you, Shepard. No charge.
Okay. We have those upgrades, so we need to do that, and then we may just call it for today.
I've heard impressive stories, Krios. Sounds like you'll be an asset to the team. That is, if you're comfortable having an assassin watch your back.
I've accepted a contract. My arm is Shepard's.
Uh-huh. Don't know about you, but I'm loyal to more than my next paycheck.
Are you, Jacob, though?
Obviously he is too. He's doing this mission gratis. What's your concern?
I don't like mercenaries. An assassin is just a precise mercenary.
An assassin is a weapon. A weapon doesn't choose to kill. The one who wields it does. Where shall I put my things? I'd prefer someplace dry if anything is available.
The area near the life support plant on the crew deck tends to be slightly more arid than the rest of the ship.
Ah, an AI. My thanks.
He seems quite civil.
We need all the help we can get. He's not what I expected in an assassin. He may surprise you.
Yeah, and he may not.
Again, Jacob's constantly getting upset at the wrong people. And he tends to be okay with people of dubious past and, or mindsets. But yeah, that's Jacob. Good old Jacob. Do that. That should be it. We do need this. Unity. And then we need to talk to Thane to get the ship upgrade. And then, like I said, I may call it at that point and save the rest
Commander,
for Saturday.
You received a new message at your private terminal.
Which is, like I said, every time I fire up Mass Effect 2, I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna get a ton done today. We got this. I know what to do. But there's so much dialogue in between. Like I said, it's not bad.
Do you need something?
I think Mass Effect 3 is just better paced.
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
We need to have the best equipment possible to take on the Collectors. You have any leads I could chase down?
My old contact network often located rare equipment for me. Would you like me to get in touch with them?
Let's see what they've got.
All right. Let's see. Modular probate. More probes. Yay. We're going probing. We're going probing, everybody. All right. So we will leave it right here, and I will check you guys later. Let me just put it on my, just something to end an end screen real quick. There we go. Instead of quick break, let's just, I don't know. We'll just leave it. Oop, I didn't turn that off. Come on now. Jeez. Wasn't working. Okay, so I will check you guys later, and y'all take care. Mass Effect stream number 8. I'm hoping Saturday. If something comes up, something comes up. But hopefully I'll be able to get that done. And in this model, we need to do Samara next. And then we could either do Miranda or we could turn in the rest of the Liara stuff and then do Kasumi, which would give us enough time to do the loyalty quest for Samara and Thane. And then maybe we'll do the DLCs. Specifically the one where we have to solo that one. That one's kind of tough. But if we can do the Kasumi one, we should be able to do that one. Anyway, we will check you guys later. Y'all take care. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.